wetie sika ama itimidi show yi ebremo. It is Santina 74 Royal Kingdom Estate Provident Insurance your Africa Queen Mackerel Ecobank Ghana Blue Star Lotto Syntex Tank Powerjet Batteries Franco Trading Enterprise Millennium Insurance Tabia Herbal and a Felisco Sun Ghana Limited. We save your cargo, we save your life. And you may Ekosiisen. We are streaming this show live on YouTube. You know, YouTube Asempa 94.7 FM on YouTube. Na subscribe to the channel. Now wajemre etimi share live stream no YouTube. Your WhatsApp number so 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. It is 0548 443 523. Your WhatsApp number, and all the messages faso or birthday dedication, build the faso near the Bejimre na ya kind amamo. Oh, share your YouTube and so comment section. Obit no comment go. Opesa what share will be baby a wuti yefi and the defining go on the Yamre and kind Nina Emamo. And we have another exciting package coming up, and unim say a lot of action across the NPP national headquarters were asylum down here in Accra. In the Enra and a share here, Honorable Kennedy or here Japan echo filing the nomination forms. Sounds so and Dr. Brian Champon echo filing the ene anope and Dr. Mahamudu Baumia echo filing the Dr. Yao Osei Educhum and so a filing a nomination form. Honorable Educhum area Oba Bekayensa e studio Amiano Eddie and community from the party's headquarters. He will drive straight to the studios of Asempa FM. Na yene Dr. Yao Osei Educhum etumi Eddie and como earlier Mobekaya na engineer Kwabneje Japan now are filing the other 90. The last person to file and that would bring to an end the filing of nominations. No, Dr. Yaosei Educhum. And yene Dr. Educhum Wienswa na fe the discussion segment no atwa muso. And yame adomo a ochena nso ye nyina ye ni echre achem wenchi ewo Denchembo district in the Akwitia constituency. Na yenua Ernest Yaokomi ne 1 week observance no eye ochena enti ebekoso e wachem wenchi nyame ya adomo a ochena enti will be there na ye the 1 week no etumi abremo very 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 important demonstration and so emfa emayin. Let me see if we can go through enran so nim say the committee minister in charge of health put it together, say, Omonshana, improve the assault on the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, also known as Reg Hospital. Enra and a committee no area when the Juma. Na Omuri Juma no, the details no divide the opinions. In fact, Enra they are generating a huge conversation on social media. I'll give you highlights of the report. Na afe ya share etumi edi hon enkomo. But I would love to hear from you as well. 0548 443 523. And we are in WhatsApp number. It will message Rubit Media Fa and also Abre. While I go through the major highlights in this particular report. Now, when would you know what report? Minty. Let's start. Almost say the report highlights essentially systemic failings in security, staffing, not the number of staff in our hospital, and infrastructure at the facilities emergency department. Because in the same way in SU emergency department, in the key findings, no delay in emergency care. The man at the center of this whole controversy. A year ocean video, the live video here from the emergency ward now na ɔse nurses no delay omo ko ho kwetena ho na obi a mehwe omo ene ade nam so ma ne bufu ya oye de oye no but committee no find say the committee established that there was no delay in attending to the accident victim who sparked the altercation. However, all imaging equipment, X-ray, CT scan, and MRI were non-functional, forcing tests to be conducted outside the hospital. This contributed to treatment delays and heightened public frustration. In the report, yes, omo anya nyina so bi e kire se nurses awo emergency ward hono omo che yansa no mo ba be hwe accident victim omo say no anya no kre na emum x-ray awo hospital ho and I say wo emergency ward ho CT scan and MRI nyina na anya adwuma they no cry one other big issue say a whole regional hospital but for this committee probe Nioma we nyina anya adwuma hospital no medical superintendent ewa administrator ewo be a asem for another day. Now about the other key findings and the findings na there and no a dorsal by the major highlights no almost say no evidence of physical assault in the after no delay in emergency case. Second highlight here, no evidence in physical assault. While video evidence confirmed a heated verbal altercation between Mr. Ralph St. Williams, some riders and hospital staff, there was no confirmed video or eyewitness evidence of physical assault. The nurse at the center of the claim, Miss Rejoice Chocho Bote, later reported pain in her hand, but medical records showed no fractures or dislocations. She received pain relief and psychological report. In the committee in which omo anya evidence be a say physically assaulted nurse bia into assault we no omo use assault here in its literal sense because emremu there so person obi nsa kan obi that is battery but assault there when you put somebody in fear of imminent danger assault in the bia say otne wonsasa wo de kwa akobo bi na nipa ne yam ehye no na okonechi awa assault no ebia wonsaka na battery, you know. And I want to believe say they used assault here no in a literal sense say enya dia Ralph didn't sa ekan nurse bi they almost say even though there was confirmed heated verbal altercation between Ralph and motor riders bi and the hospital staff no omo anya video bi and eyewitness evidence bi of physical assault. And a nurse so e can say yes na ote yawo e won nsem but omo anya record bi e chese na nsebu anaso wanya dislocation bi as per the committee report. Almost I can say inadequate security at the emergency department was described as grossly inadequate. Only one private security guard was on duty per 12-hour shift despite the department's heavy traffic. The hospital's police post is located far from the emergency department, often causing delays in responding to incidents. In Omuchemeba security, Osei Bonsu, the whole emergency department, na one private security man per ena owo. Na ono no 12 hours ena obewo nipa ba akope. And you know say nipa 2 kra to share so a na so ayehye. And almost say hospital nso police post na ewe chire in the main emergency department, meaning say BBC wo emergency department wa na was say police for ebo epin ho a eya na eche because police post na ewe chire. The other finding, severe staff shortages. In August 2025, only one medical officer per shift was stationed at the emergency department, A total of just 7 medical officers and 2 specialists were available for the entire month. Out of 88 nursing staff, only 54 were present, the 34 having vacated their posts without replacement. And as I say, emergency ward on Ankasa, and as emergency department, no, hospital staff, as you might say, you more on Ankasa, no much Musa. Now, a nurse for 88 ne wohono. In the month of August, 54 pe enana ebe juma. 34 ni na omo mejuma hospital ni nim baby ya. There's omo vacate omo post meaning so omo jaya juma no by you replace one. You know. And staff issues a problem. Emergency department overstretched another finding. The hospital's emergency department operates at almost 100% bed occupancy at all times and is a primary destination for trauma and acute medical cases across Greater Accra. The closure of facilities in La has worsened the pressure on rates. You know, much there say emergency department, no, almost every day they be no a why you must say bem. Oh, into ama they be no pressure ewo. And in the usual general hospital na ya sign atomo a the pressure ni nyina aba Rich Hospital and so nam so ma pressure no aye more. Mr. Ralph St. Williams's position. Also, Mr. Ralph St. Williams denied physically attacking staff. He admitted being provoked by a nurse's remarks and explained that his video recordings, including Facebook live footage, were intended to highlight systemic delays and not to target patients. In the recommendation after all these findings, and it said the committee proposed urgent reforms, including 1. Increasing security and CCTV coverage of the emergency department. 2. Recruiting additional doctors, nurses, and administrative officers dedicated to emergency care. 3. Restoring critical imaging services, X-ray, CT scan, MRI at rate. 4. Nationwide reforms to strengthen emergency care, expand secondary level hospitals, and improve public education on emergency department operations. Omu conclusion, the committee stressed that unless urgent steps are taken to improve security, staffing, and infrastructure, similar incidents could recur at rate and other hospitals nationwide. And these are some critical part of this whole report. And I name ache munshanen so yebeko ahomane so na yakodi nkomo Tony Goodman ekasa edema Ministry of Health ma yene no enkasa Tony yakwa abete sen obi ya woso e na me adom me ho ye papa committee when why na chair committee we
medase budget for every committee no was chaired by Dr. Lawrence Oforibodu, our director clinical service organized service.
Okay.
Or institutional care organized service.
Okay. Now on what terms of reference here then?
The terms of reference for the committee na ISA on my investigate Niama sa incidents na esi ewo Rich Hall. Okay, say delay be by until I say I'm passing that delay be one or more investigate security now I won't have the time. I'm going to be prevent the yeah share human resource capacity at the time at the end of the year. Any diagnostic issues are not ever. Any other way committee no efforts about minister no ejuma.
Oh, okay, and why na was so money omo kasa in their probe no.
The committee no adopted a methodology first about ama ejuma no akotote. One is to call persons who were at the place at the time of the incident, and also review footages. Now was CCTV camera now, and any other videos are around and so say a boy committee na document available. They say duty roster records will be a Renova hospital. It makes shown details. Yeah, Jenny na no na committee no at the end.
Oh, okay. And because I've heard the arguments, committee no any nurses are never emergency ward at the time and kasa omone doctor the nurse who was alleged to have been assaulted no a common share no committee is our doctor no and kasa. Is that the case?
I'm a member of the committee.
Okay.
We spoke to every nurse who was on duty that day. We spoke to every doctor who was on duty that day. The doctor don't cry, can I say, when your share leading rejoice, you know?
Yes.
Or no cry because of that time, you invite most of them conformity. Or no, dear, you call the check crowd award and I didn't call Ekosiisen. You call, no, at the same place that you do, and I say, rejoice for her. So the conversation was between the committee, the doctor that saw her, and then they rejoiced herself on the bed. And the doctor the bisa say yourself, "Opa, make catch yourself." Na udu pebi embuye. Yes, it was like that. And maybe those who are saying said we didn't speak to them, no, should get this angle of the story. It was a focus group kind of. The committee, the doctor, and then the nurse in question, and other staff are no mujina. We spoke to her at the ward now that part of doctor not to know.
Was it Dr. Jennifer Ya A. Obudai as our doctor now?
For now, no, we would just withhold the names, you know. It's a larger document. It is not the full document. The bigger documents, you know, the names of the various persons. So because we've been told that the doctors are not happy, so we deem them out, and they told us. So we just want to keep their names. But we spoke to all of them, including the the head of the emergency unit our what do you call Reach Hospital.
Oh, okay.
And nobody can say that we didn't speak to them. We collected the roster and called them one by one. One of their own administrator who did that for us. We spoke to everybody. I spoke to the security at post on that day.
But I've seen a medical officer's report making rounds on social media. My name say as a committee, you know, Munsaka report now. It has the stamp of the emergency unit, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Rage Accra, and the name Dr. Jennifer Ya A. Obudai, senior medical officer. It says in part, in fact, diagnosis waha. Update ewaha, but it says in part say HPI 28-year-old female who works at the ED, I suppose emergency department, was at work when an altercation allegedly started between
I won't be able to confirm that document because maybe we are right to even comment on that document now. Yes, we have received a document. We've worked with that document, and we did that in confidentiality purposes. So I won't be able to confirm or otherwise document a number about it. What we have, we believe that it's to the community and not to the public.
That's fine.
And I think
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But in more report on nurse, you know, more conclusion on nurse, you know, and it say she was assaulted, but when you bone fracture, any dislocation, is that the conclusion?
Okay. Your conclusion, no, came out from the interviews now and then the colleagues.
Yes.
And now you find footage, video, documentation. Now what you call and also she shows but who you say there were exchanges, verbal exchanges that now no Ekosiisen committee can confirm that. And the J medical reports, no, and no review. Doctor who, the doctor who no at the time, and then the first is Monday, who no, or can say, yeah, man, a painkiller, now, yeah, man, a bed rest, and psychologist to talk to her. And to call bed rest and call. That is what we have reviewed. And you can make that irresistible conclusion that there was no beating, and that is what we have done because we are fact-finding committee, and what we have found out is what we have put out there.
Okay, but there was no beating, said the Wakano. It doesn't mean there was no assault.
The report said there was a verbal attack that we can confirm, but physical attack is what we have not seen. We have not mentioned assault in our reports. To the terms of reference step, alleged assault, we decided to reduce the whole word to attack, so verbal attack and then physical attack.
And physical attack. Okay.
Yes.
In Remarka said there was no physical attack.
Yes, please.
Even though terms of reference someone establish whether there was an assault.
Assault. Yeah.
And because and only important because there is the literal definition of what assault is, and there is also the legal definition of what an assault is. In law, there is a clear difference between assault and battery. Battery may fall in the category of physical attack. No say obi sabe kan obi. But when you put somebody in a fear of imminent danger, that is an assault. What's name was how they call you've assaulted the person. And I don't know, say in the operational definition you use for what an assault is, no, and what a physical attack is, no, Yes,
I clearly understand an assault in a criminal jurisprudence, and I understand tortious action. And that is why we decided not to be looking at the various ingredients in that. It will be proper, because if you are fact finding, you are not looking at prosecuting people. You want to establish what exactly happened. So we decided to limit ourselves to that, not to go into the legal nuances. What is out there is that somebody has been beaten, somebody has been attacked. The ministry initially issued a statement condemning that, and we were furious about that action and said no, that will not be tolerated. We went into it and saw something else, and we thought that it's proper to put that aspect there, not to come and bastardize somebody or let somebody look bad, just to let that aspect come out clearly whilst we look at the systems issues and service issues.
In per moment finding the nurse in question no lied when Oka said ya bono ama ni nsema bu ni abno per mo finding no na e intro, right?
As to whether a intro and as intro, no report na ya chop as at the time I hear submit here, any evidence, any video, any report anywhere that suggested she was attacked. The reporter you use, which is the medical records of hospital, actually said, yes, it is done. There was no fracture, there was no dislocation. However, there was some tenderness. So based on that, there was a recommendation to get a painkiller. The document did not also confirm that it was as a result of beating. can draw with all these pieces of evidence and information and to say that she was not assaulted, she was not beaten. No, she was not attacked, she was not beaten. So that is what we arrived at.
In more recommendation, no? Recommendation men are on Ralph St. Williams, no? And I don't know.
Yes, Ralph, no. Baby, I answer with also information in your correct. Yes, also by there was a delay at the hospital. Yeah, if you can which says, delay now or no come 17 no. And when they brought the person, or more than the person stabilized, the person was giving intravenous infusion, was stabilized. At that point, there was no delay. Because they need diagnostics, any CT scanning, other diagnostics, now they were about referring the person to a different place. Into almost ambulance. And the time ambulance, the and no check at almost any panel at that no. So we can confirm, sir, there was delay when they were moving the person for further diagnostics. But there was no delay when they arrived at the hospital and the person actually needed stabilization. That was actually done. In social video, there were 2 people lying in that room. One was scheduled to be amputated the same day, so trauma or more prepared for that. The other one, in the bag, because when you head injury, now convulsion, so they needed to go and do further check. And because we didn't get an administrative person to explain that aspect to them, no, they thought, so they started agitating and then got a bit aggressive.
Okay, sorry, I will come a fact-finding committee. For example, if based on the procedure Mudiye Juma at the hospital, Sebase were breachy sa procedure nibi. Ebiaka say he doing Facebook Live in the emergency ward, no, we breach amount for privacy, amount what yet amount for far there were no recommendations in that regard as well. Say
even though investigation, as a ministry, no, we have decided to implement because it was mentioned. If you look at the larger document, there are other recommendations, or the findings about the team will look at. The minister has said when he was receiving this document, said, no purpose, media, mobile monitor, they implementing recommendations. And on a ministry. The other aspect here, anybody who is interested, any institution, if police is interested, they can carry the aspect. Whoever is interested, if even individuals are interested, they can. But for us in the ministry, the mandate to provide quality health care to the people of this country. So that is what our focus is on. Making sure that we improve upon service delivery and strengthen the healthcare system, their work, so that in the future we won't have the same situation elsewhere. So people can just rush to hospital, and there will be some factors or some altercation in the hospital. I suppose
based on the report, no, and the recommendations, meaning say if anyone is expecting say ABR, Ghana Police Service will move in to arrest Obi for assaulting hospital emergency ward near there. That is not likely to happen.
Oh no, the matter is still with the police. There were some reports reinforcement to the police. Adabaka police is currently investigating. One person was arrested earlier, so I'm sure that the leg is ongoing. We are looking at actually stopping this in the future, for storing this, and also making sure that we improve upon service.
But the report exonerates Ralph St. Williams, no?
I'm not sure that is what happened. We have mentioned that there are other legs of the report, which is to say that his claim that there was delay. We said there was no delay. We have also said that going into the environment, regardless, wasn't the best. However, we also take some of the blame to say, sir, if Ankasa time diagnostic equipment on a diagnosing the panel we really have gotten to where we are. If we had the complement of staff at the time of that incident, we won't have this. So we are also looking at that area. The case has been reported. There are legal aspects of this whole thing. We leave it to them.
The nurses were rage or more PRO and Okasa with GH1 and Opay. Say, Omu video be as a video already in Yama out, and there were physical attacks on a pregnant nurse who said they were hospital, and that video will be released. Were you minded? And as a money or more aiding common, omo hintemo about this video and
one said video people na omo appear before committee no one farmer. But I have said it is just to divert attention. Because to a video, now you are a senior nurse in a hospital. Why not? Because the meeting, this committee sat in the regional hospital throughout. If you have any video, you submit it to the committee. If you not give it to the committee, you are part of management. You can give it to management. Because I didn't see your call. Like I said, she was there. Whatever documentation you have, you should have submitted it. It's not true. There is nothing like that. If I want, I will wait. Because like I said, the reporter asks on farmer or say on the man or some farmer basically time with my platforms to see seven video visa. Okay. Video visa we would be interested. We'll be interested.
Very well. Very well. My ena se Tony, bibi any e besa ba bidin komobio. Why? Tony Goodman Ekasama Health Ministry and Amoten and Kano Jefferson Asare a Greater Accra Chairman Edema Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Ora Jefferson Akwaba na pom te saying
Obi nyame adom me hoye now say
nyame adom me hoye pa mo jemre etumi akan committee no report ni bi
the pacho every enumera ebeda gano makai bi and mato me boaso and so action committee report me
at least more satisfied with the details of the report, no?
We are only disappointed.
More disappointed with report him.
Yes, exactly. We are very disappointed.
I didn't hear.
Because a normal committee no at the bar one thing. And mandate I at the bar to some extent I don't know correction. Because I would see Tiaruna or Tony Goodman.
Yes.
Now, okay, Neomana as a military, no, and our master committee among themselves to investigate themselves and bring out a report. How would that report be trustworthy? In the first case, was there an assault? That was their initial mandate. Go in there. See what exactly happened. Check whether there was an assault or there was no assault. At no point and now the lady had a fracture. It's a committee you would have trouble and say you didn't see a fracture. Was that part of your mandate? Being cancer. Say the lady involved, Rejoice Chocho, Unya fracture. What we said, and they said, Unya dislocation. And this report was coming from the medical director of which hospital when we, the association, met the director. And funny person said, no medical director no can track the in any case, we are fact-finding committee. Now, what for Akoshia the doctor that saw the lady the Monday morning, you didn't call the doctor to first hear.
Yeah, almost say almost
the doctor was not invited.
Jefferson, almost say almost free. Dr. Bia was so in the casa. Be on Dr. Bia Casao.
That is not true. Me were medical. Reach me the attendant to see I'm in our cafe. Let's doctor now or sign medical report. No, let's share our report in him. One or one would do for Senedi woman.
Medical report now, Ukraine, Dr. Bendin, was here.
If I show me to me, about the
and I mean,
it is very sad. Yeah, but this is a ministry that oversees us. It is a
yeah, but the other way is I get the bit about so I will say, even though Goodman is almost free. Dr. Bia was so afraid. I tried to get some responses for him on the medical officer's report I am making rounds on social media. Emergency unit, Greater Accra Regional Hospital stamp is so, and a Dr. Jennifer Ya Obo Daibidi also senior medical officer. Meaning
exactly.
Is it the same thing I also or no?
And no one that doctor who saw our diagnosis or no?
Yes.
Or no, or man friend. It wasn't part of the people who were called to be interviewed.
Yeah, but
now, on reference hand, who said actually there was confusion. One friend arm and the mouth testimony. But you are telling me say you are investigating such kind of situation.
Because medical officer's report now diagnosis no or say diagnosis no say polycontusions secondary to physical assault.
Good.
Polycontusion there.
Contusion refer obi anabibi abo eho ahono emoja abeda ho eho eye woya. That is it. Baby oya na eho ahono. So when you dislocation who reduces dislocation and answer what side the question ma would have train no question ma eho be ho no eho be ya woya. Ultra X-ray and show this location. It will never show this location. You can only assess it by physically seeing say a whole Baby, assembly that is a trauma unit. CCTV camera, there is no CCTV camera there. And Sister Tony say they are waiting for footage to confirm the physical assault now, Dr. Nekana. That footage is not more confined. That footage is not funny air cancer or more channel or quite confined because the trauma area one at 70 no CCTV over to courage and I will for yourself. CCTV the only footage they relied on Hey, footprint is a branch your friend or rap no Eddie Mark committee no. Now Obia all yes to make you know. Or Kobu Obia obey video. Obey video now. And answer or Korea video obey video. So what videos are they waiting for?
But do you know for a fact, sir, Omo rely solely on Ralph ni videos and kwa?
Apart from that, what videos? They only play a open video at the triaging area, CCTV camera.
Yes.
And yeah, trauma. This is the committee have a lot of questions to answer. Trauma area, honestly. It is also footage, video footages of any attack. And so therefore, you are telling us that there is no dislocation, there is no physical attack, and there is no fracture. Are you telling us that the doctor now or sure no? And yes, that diagnosis said there is a contusion. And this contusion is a secondary to physical attack. Doctor, is that what the committee is trying to tell us?
Yeah, because I will share doctor the report the crana. The doctor makes the point, sir. And I think it will be fair, sir, I am my chief at it. Or say 28-year-old female who works at the emergency department was at work when an altercation allegedly started between a gentleman into bracket patient and the health workers on duty. She tried to intervene, explaining to the said gentleman, but was brutally assaulted by the patient and his companions, striking her on the left forearm initially. She then left the scene to wash her hands, and on her way to her station, she was attacked again by said gentleman and his gang, hitting her on the chest, back and shoulder. According to her, they were hitting her on the according to her, there were about 8 gentlemen. She finally found a way to interventions, pain relief, cold compress, shoulder sling, CXR, shoulder X-ray, X-ray of the left, and then where the bill and AP and lateral. In the interventions, the meaning what there. Neoma doctor
no, I request to say your name for
okay. In the doctor I request to say don't find in Santo bandage mono.
Exactly.
And only shoulder sling.
Committee doctor India now all That is that what the committee is trying to tell us. And this person is there. Also, your fact-finding committee. You did not invite such a person to listen to the person. And how do you want us to trust the committee's report?
Yeah, but
this is a senior house officer, not any other person. This is not the first time I also and I said, that case was shared physically was saying the diagnosis confusing. And it is secondary to physical attack. Committee says, what is that? Almost video and sign over the company said there was an assault. And let me ask, the committee should explain to me what is an assault. Then China will be more between in here and Sani, like I said, there is an assault. It is so sad. It is very demoralizing. Over your platform so across Ghana, the ministry is very sad. Yeah, it is very sad.
Now on the committee,
X-ray, any rate, in the morning say certificate scan any rate. Next in the morning say MRI any rate that you never share things now better or no. Abra no why you on anybody in say what a no. Now we are thinking of forming a committee to come out with this report. It is very sad.
On the committee, you know, Ghana registered nurses and midwives are the number one member of the committee. So.
But actually, any member also.
Hey.
And which is a call for us to complain about. In any case, for fairness and justice sake, we should have a member on that committee. Because they don't see about your investigation. There were incident reports. You're doing a free necessary. There were medical reports, about one thing. And there was first-hand information. Medical director now or regional or the Maya. We spoke to the medical director, your corner office, your anything from that. What you see because of confirmation, say, or not over. Abra so we also had the opportunity to engage the medical director.
Yeah,
what is the committee trying to say?
But Tony Goodman said before the committee, the nurses are now on duty on the day, no, none of them could confirm say there was even a physical attack.
Also, they should give us the individual reports of those nurses. Exactly the report those nurses, the account those nurses gave, they should bring it out.
Asempa FM.
If they are actually telling us that is the truth, they should bring those accounts back. I'm going to play one more and I just 7 o'clock. You see, the Lord, we are trying very hard to but I will say a kind of credit. We all want the system to work. Yeah, cannot. And yes, you prefer you can't say more and but we want a good system. A brand new year, Juma, psychologically, emotionally, or very safe, very confident in him or herself to work and take care of the ordinary Ghanaian. And yeah, bra or you know how Juma or Chenechi, the obedi gravy bar. And I have told my nurse. And I have told every nurse there, the Labor Act says at any point where you feel the environment is not safe, the environment is not safe for you to provide care, take yourself out of that environment. Because the committee is about the tenacity. That's our report we know what about there. And then we have Jumanu will be the Bukua.
And not just a foot to half a modern nurses. No.
Yes, we should be safe to save our dear nurses. Save yourself first in any situation. Because the PR of ministry, the head of communication, or say their interest is not in whether to arrest or not to arrest. Wow. That is what he said on right now during your interview. They say no. Say Obi ran hospital. Now obe consult any mayhem. Obe bu Obi, obe the obe video of any innocent client now or that patient now or that one. The ministry is saying that their interest is not to arrest anybody, but to look at how to send to a work. This is an unfortunate statement.
Yeah, but the ministry cannot arrest the police for Ejuma.
But the ministry can cause the arrest. Nobody is saying the ministry to go and arrest now. No. And the ministry can cause arrest. Should somebody enter the hospital and start videoing? Under what circumstance? Should that be the case? Is it a health system we want to build? And people are trying so hard to exonerate this kind of person.
Very well. As an association, no more next steps here then.
The lady has gone to court. Whatever support that we need to give to the lady, we will give. So they are fairness and justice will prevail. we are still in touch with our nurses in Rich Hospital. You know, we are engaging them. Because this is not the first time I can say SU or Rich. This year alone, I can count like 5 times all attacks on nurses and health workers working at Rich Emergency. Because nobody can tell when there will be a death resulting from this nature. And the ministry is telling us that they are not interested, they are only interested in providing whatever logistics, which is very good. But it is unfortunate for them to say that.
Yeah,
they should be interested. Now, because this kind of mayhem, the ministry should be very interested and protect the individuals, the personnel who are working for them. Because you cannot provide only logistics, you cannot provide equipment and order the equipment to work. You need nurses to work in those facilities and use those equipment. It will interest nurses would you only provided those equipment and your interest is not securing the safety of the nurses working at Raja. It is up to us all. Yeah,
but in their recommendation, no, they've called for a beefing up of the security at the hospital, especially the emergency ward. Oma call for, you know, some certain things to be put in place. When you read their recommendations, it is not as if say and even on the alleged assault, no, many minister didn't come over. I don't know, say they've made a report to the police. The police is also investigating what happened.
It's not only about granting interviews, speaking very good in on the radio and on air and pretending to be working. No, let us see you working. I'm going to see you know that on Monday in Anopana, I was there from Anopano to anywhere 7 o'clock, and I recommended to the director, the medical director said there's supposed to be police presence to give the nurses and the health workers there some psychological aid. Police presence, you know, has it been put in place? And we should take pragmatic steps to make the health system work. Because in Nipan psychology in Nistroa, it is very risky. Nipana onona wajin pano. Na binimu na hoping so the bedroom kwa. Hey, we say you be out crying Nipan. It is very risky, and we should be very careful what is happening within the social space because it is really affecting the psychic of these nurses. It's really affecting us.
I get a sense. Final question, sir. One thing about, for the want of a better word, the one thing about appeasing as nurses is for Ralph in particular to be arrested, right?
No, we need just if Ralph is seen there, we're around hospital, we're breaking protocols, we're breaking whatever procedures and what they are, then he needs to be arrested.
Ora Jefferson Asare, may you nasty be any best about being comobio. Why?
But that's it. But that next phone in nothing. I catch almost said, so we are going through a lot this few times. The conditions of service are abiding promising fair. This month will be abiding here. And we are being treated this way. But I will tell them to take act. We are serving Ghanaians and we will do that with all dignity, with all professionalism, and we'll continue to do that. We know, and then one say, Kiana or Muntiana. May that's million.
Alright, if you best about being comobio, why? Yeah, that's a pa. That's the Greater Accra Regional Chairman for the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, and I'm attending. Can clearly the association, anyone members, are very unhappy about committee, report. It's your birthday today, Reverend Francis Vioto of Living Foundation Assemblies of God Church in Korle-Gonno, Accra, from the entire members of the church, going out to you, Reverend Francis Vioto. Happy birthday to you. Mobeka last week in so yeba amonan so besremo say emumwa yen na yenuanom a members of the Renal Patient Association of Ghana. Anyone project be through the Ekosiisen Impact Project. Na moje and so kama your target na be 50,000 Ghana. We've targeted say at least any time on Beba Studio ha ami anyone wakasa asremu biano ye be raise be 50,000 Ghana cedis e de amount. We de moye ema ne bro so nyame nhramo e de yetimi anya 60,000 Ghana cedis a ene ye be handing over e de ama president of the association na members ne so no yetimi ede ahwewon de omode ye panne was so mo ansa na wakon to the dialysis machine in the no ho eka no enye easy next patient be 400 plus ebi won crying ebi o Cape Coast ebi o Kumasi ye hwe tamale so kra ede aka ho na ye de beto sampane no ede amawon enti we de madaroma etiefo amutie yen ene kakra modeba eba bedom yen no president wa Mr. President we de on behalf of Ekosiisen Impact Project, the way amount. Why? The until say, Bosome for no mobesign ababio no. I believe say we bet me a long way to help patients. Yes, it is always a dance in the obet me a catch. It's here for a boy. Yes.
Oh, we made that same say. You need so the adofo mutia abontino mo yema. It's really happened a long way. Me be free office and faculty. No, obi da hono ma was a man moja 2 points because he's been not dropped to 4. Wow. 4 no say you found 2 machines so. Your man 2 crazy or say he's supposed to be on injection just to keep it going until the baby wiring. And we like Oliver said to say we always expect more. And yeah, easy sir, and yeah, is all that. Yeah, when sure mona be fear. Yakopon yana mohumo. Bobia association we being a dialysis patient or being a renal patient is not a joke.
If your kidney is intact, keep it intact.
So absolutely. Make sure say you don't need to have any problem because a tour that is the end.
Yeah, for life is for life.
For life is
for life. For life is for life.
Yeah, for life. I think I mean let me reverse it. And look, out of 1,000 you get 1.
Out of 1,000
you get 1.
1 pen and
with my reversing. And the possibility in that is out of 1,000 you get 1. Until you that's why the only option is you do transplant. Transplant and also crash, you know, a moon so you another baby. You know, say, I don't know, BBI intact, you're very, very careful. Now you're regular checkup because BP is common. BP is very common and it's one of the leading causes to failure. Yeah, to be very careful, no be
So, President, you better say, why? Now, come on. I think the association will be proud of you for putting your life on the line for all of them. I mean, sharp, why? Until we meet again later next month, why? Ekosiisen 94.7 FM. That was the president of the Renal Patient Association. I'm on anyone the Ekosiisen Impact Project, special initiative for renal patients. Say ya de ebuawon ama empane a was say omo mienu and was a wo baako ansa na wa get you onto the dialysis machine. Akabe 20 minutes am we na ya wo baako to keep your blood no in check. Mind you, say we call for session be on the dialysis machine. Would be 4 hours, 4 hours per session. It enya grow. And then I would 3 and 4 say kidney yeah. Guard it jealously because a winner lose super was so brutal. My meaning come away nothing. Yen trust ye wo ye ne doctor or say ya we duchum Eddie and Como ahomka heat patch. Ahomka heat patch. And when you did saying
what's from Daniel?
Daniel
Champon.
A Champon Daniel. Okay, we are then Ewaha.
Me pacho we are team.
We are team.
Yeah, team, yeah.
In the morning product we have a job.
Pacho.
Hey. When you friend saying
Simon Akom Mensa.
Simon Akom Mensa. A home camp pain relieving heat patch. It when it is a bandage and a plaster.
Plaster.
Oh, we a plaster.
Yes.
It when a day.
Almost opinion of him that I say. I'm the first ardent and loyal listener. I'm sure say Ukusa Mama Nyakopon in Ghana. You just want say you better kidney issue. It's something that arises power Ghana. When it comes to say painkillers, any antibiotics, the misuse of it, into your kidney, your liver, the beer, asamo. Into your task, so there be we order that, but young terrain, young do not any into a painkiller, but painkiller with the young.
I be effect from the kidney.
A plaster.
Oh wow.
And now the oils, natural oils, and no opioids, no NSAIDs, be out. Into anyway, so because any oral, don't know ma. I say echo ni pedianum yina we there maybe a pain one other time and no.
Really?
For 12 hours. Between 12 hours you are covered.
Ube you not pain no ira.
It comes down.
Wherever the pain is.
Until you know omo menstrual cramps, we go on to me cry super.
Yes.
Sciatic pain. Back pain, neck pain. We are not if you are in the seat. The seat. A computer. We just have to use it.
What a plaster.
What a tariff with Janisa.
Hey, but that's powerful.
Until so year, say that here.
Okay.
Usually, the chair, say that here. And then you brown and the chair white. Into so ube you saw white, the first white and the second white.
I'll be white first and second white.
It's over to chocolate.
Oh,
it's when the pain one. Wherever the pain is,
no.
Except the head, because I know she kakra. So means I would say some
I hear the smell.
A very harsh kakra into the about Pafutino or come right everywhere. Go to jail, baby, what is the time? 12 hours, you are covered.
So me am the time me no so ana.
So no there it may be say where the baby.
Sure.
It should be external pain, joint pain, sciatic pain, arthritis pain, any kind of pain, joints, back pain, neck pain. Yeah,
that's a smart one. That's a really smart one. It's not just the effect of painkillers be free. You don't have to.
But don't now share this product on this. The guys because they stop taking painkillers.
Oh, wow! That's
because many last week's Saturday, Mofi Madana, me call. Next time driving all the way from Kaswa to come and meet somebody. Oh, Accra. My man will be serious menstrual cramps. Sunday after church friends pen me that was say. Meet me that.
Wow!
I was so happy. Cause sa news when I say tea. I bonipa.
But sentinel so
yeah.
Essential oils, ginger, menthol, woodworm oil, cinnamon, and the and so the farmer within the first 5 minutes we bet see heat and take away the pain.
It way no say obi pe bia to a obenya bi wen e ton no wen.
Yeah, to pharmacy shops bebre okọ okansha drugstore lane bebre oho. Yeah, kase bobo shops na edoso. Nse bebo numbers location na ya chiro bibia ya distribute here 0248 50 9003. Messenger Sisubium 0248 50 9003 and 0546 444 192 0546 444 192. Baby, I will be out for your better.
Bobo numbers na me type in
248
48
50 90
Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Yes.
Okay, we bet my friend any of these
numbers be
na match any pani baby bet me but say me interest na person me two na me so me kokoton a mo arrangement this
arrangement what to fire nobody common.
But this is really cool.
And also very affordable. Very affordable.
A made in Ghana product.
Yes.
That's right.
One any more idea
made in Ghana.
Oh no, but this is really cool. Wow, it's when they say, yeah, this is some really good news. Manum painkiller sama enya effect ewo mo so no mesremo ewo se wujai. Painkillers e ko mu ewo impact on kidney ne liver so easy. Enti se wo de ayetue mu da na wo de wo ba bi ye wo yakakra bia na wakope painkiller enom enne yenya ahomka pain relieving heat patch at the amount. Once our pain, say sciatica pain, wo nine and a bia pim ameya wea. Oh, why, watch how I'll be see a wire no now the attire so come. After 12 hours, pain in your ira, into yasa obenum a painkiller bia akowomo. This is really solid. Packaging, no. Fantastic. Very easy to use. In the morning, I'm going to so M5 Edini ahomka pain relieving heat patch. Ahomka pain relieving heat patch. Pharmacies ewo Ghana ha obenya bi ho ato. Ba untimi nko anaze wunnim baby obenya bi ato a o friend numbers yi 0248 50 9003 0248 50 9003 and a 0546 44 4192 0546 44 4192. Now no any enkomo oye adwumaden otena se che any ade a wohia saade we papa especially more say a brochure for so can call the same numbers almost with my friend the same numbers good into a brochure na wutia na obi frefre brochure mo betimi de bi
man
why not? Yes,
your DHL services are being in ama
okay it is a who brochure na wutia so a brochure for the muhia pa was a jumaden amoye wo na say wani and so catch this is really cool and ebia shemu mienu on
the selling pack 10
we two na
like this 10
patches
okay
the 10 that work and then
shemu
10 yes
in when the work chroma okay that's fine very well. Intima mamena mwase why this is a good product, very good, easy to use, and sir your friend is saying regulatory agency was say jitumu now
numbers in now
okay that's fine. Ela mwase why I mean sure Ekosiisen na high Asempa FM yenkotie we mra ye ba Dr. Yaw Osei Educhum is our guest on the show. Ono eye
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM Ekosiisen Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie. Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Omo so hwe no omo ya de kura dodo esen ansa double track ba ni America no say ye din hihye fufuro kama bi ba ya oman no ebenya ho mfaso papa na me de bibia nya me first transformation of public schools ko hwe se Mbanaba school dada ko hwe presec osu the way sisi sa school no eno kire Ghana for say Dr. Duchum onye obi a oye dede woniama ho ansa no waye on say politician on say kasa dodo propaganda de onye cross waye na me mom de me koye wie no mabo ho de we ko ese Mbanaba man ka e wo media say me yese Mbanaba ye wie ye no e na mpa ho ntuma na mka kire Ghana for say ni a na munim say me ye kra no maye East Legon STEM Academy public school a okohu a a hotel. Beautiful. A Chabruchi public schools bebrebe. Man chucha home for ni amfa Ghana media nya ho nsema kese say ebo be hom kra na mai. Ye wie ene ebo ho de ro. Wo hwe ho mfoni ehwe baabi asia. We no kire o say amanesem no ebi ye no kwamfoforo so. Na no mamu ni nyina hye mensa Dr. Duchum. Ni Ghana fo anye ni da se besi no. Ebesi ewo man no mpuntu nyina mu ene na meka bibi e kire me delegates no so mother Roma ne minister omo ne se bia o madwen eyo mo ntanta o mu hu ba bi o mu gina ye hu de beto ama no enipa nu ha ne ento a de meka kire omo ne se o kwa sori abusa asofo o ko mosque busa imam efie baby crowd free mu no wo ma enye MPP fo a mo nto aba MPP busa wo mo se nipa nu mu agine hwan e na me delegate se me de bremu a mo beto am fisa bana ye control ne nto ma ye ho enye party chairman ene ye ko select ye party chairman dia ye yi ama ye ho na wo yi flag bearer dia obel flag no na de hia pa ne se Ghana fo nyina beka se ne a mode ne ba ye ye ni agene ho fi so party there enu o mepe party asem no wuti aye 41%. Nia aka wo so 10% no esese o digi 2 me ne de enya o party fo na de be ma wo enti wo kan se me de we na mepe no eye na nso de o pe no
na dodo ne pe
beje abrantie bi kan se bi o se o pese wo kọ monkey sanctuary na no ye wunya wo mo na ebi a o chiri bia na no mudi nkita ho a me na wo ye What do you do echo? What the code no communion di Mricania be guso. Next episode home room chafuta na no mocha. Name mom what the say apple na me pe me the apple na me pe intimidate me apple ne de me pe kodun the apple na pe inti apple na no the apple no be ko na nso monkeys are not coming. Intimidate anum delegate me so ye enipa bia 77 preduasa omo dwene kwachiri pa 1996 BC president Kufo almost a control and microphone so na benya delegates na who say yeah edubo na edubo ahin there sam na edubo ahin culture of silence edubo ahin the breaking culture of silence or kasa na Ghana one no obi anu otimi gina Lawrence enim kasa me kasa o come speech bi e wo British Council that there will be fire next time. One and no question so no say there will be an inferno, there will be a conflagration. A member na kasa no. And so party no ehwe say abrante akufui. Ye hwe ni sun ne ban. Ye de no kwa wono na Ganafo epe no. Die di nka wanya kra no. Eto so no Ganafo ka say ya koma so ade NMPP. Mode no abrain ya to ama no. Enti delegates, the Americans say about 2024 no. Ahunte say emprem 2024 2028 ne pese asa agi to me dia. Mo hwe Dr. Duchumi busa asofu busa imam ne busa obia ono de oye floating voter. Na ka busa say why nam de no ba ubenya pe papa say obeto ama no.
Na me kind post be away 4 days ago about a meeting with NPP USA branch chairs and executives in New York.
Yes.
In the post, no can say my journey from humble beginnings to global recognition demonstrate what is possible when determination meets opportunity. Education was the key that opened doors for me, and I believe it must serve as the foundation for Ghana's next chapter of growth. I am dedicated to making education the engine of our national development. It can bridge inequality, it can empower the youth, and secure Ghana's rightful place in the global economy. Can I say, sir, decision we are taking, Sentino NSRD way.
Pepe. If you say, me PhD, I'm here. Na education policy and administration. Na me major international education.
International education.
No. And yes, just teaching. No, international education. Your policies and nations a use from education. I change or mind prequampe. Says I baby I near war since independence. Na Lee Kuan Yew. Na say you call Singapore escape from home. 1963 na Singapore in yan komba bo sen free ho. Fi say na baby a Ghana wo no na omunru ho. Lee Kuan Yew ko the diary musa o man na obehu no Africa no the o man ye no wontimi nya before ni gold ni dam ni cocoa entwan de obeya na say obema na nkrofo akọ school na obeya STEM education eno ano enti formula na misua I want international education no eno na me ba Ghana me ka say STEM no de say den ye no fi say o man bi ni ho in modern history wo de okohwe South Korea cried in 1960. Ye per capita income na chair wodi. Na South Korea Exim Bank about had 3 years ago. Now be my loan. I think about 4 years ago. No my loan. I'm my Osei Bonsu University. No, on the engineering and agriculture. Now Exim Bank for no buyer. Omo ye quick presentation. Ena omo ede ebusan omo di kan busan say eye den ena mo Ghana. Me osika che mo. Nene Ghana na mo sika che nene Ghana ya binyes ka che mu na to krom pa no bi buso asase ene eti ho hwe mu titi etru ho no mo se mo me hwe presentation we the first thing we hear per capita income of Ghana and South Korea comparison ne Ghana $179 per capita no mo $154.
That's in the 1950s no?
1960.
Okay.
And almost say Mummy another one. And normally per capita income now. That almost cover $100,000. Yeah, under $3,000. And almost say a year day. And na sabri. Ya could do baby a mummy ye cry. near to where home. And also, let's look at the third graph. And almost gross tertiary enrollment ratio of Ghana and that of South Korea. Now, South Korea for 96.3%. Now, 16% at that time.
16, 16.
Yeah, 16. And no more can say. And I'm way soon teen your person Musi University because more tertiary education numbers now cost Ramobwa. As a munya critical massa or more critical minds or more timid transformation, you know. Eba. Naminia see a kango we are Ufwa, O Hesa Obeko school, a depa, Unisem Faso create me Eba, Emma Obusian. Now, on my morning in idea, we will be a winning a woman quite fast as some Maya. Who shall say, Sam Quala, we no man co square, a cabin or may bo, a nunti and a free senior high school shown, sir. O smart circles of vices, a momuko fimu, 2023. I have the largest enrollment in the history of Ghana in senior high school. 507,000 students entered 1 year.
1 year.
Why? Because now we say, what the free senior high school about? A beam so uncle. Omotifi, no jam. Yes, many pacos at home. A moment to me, I didn't many abre because when you say, and you all know, your minor, a cloud or no, Otifia or so manner. What do you say? Ye dear man, also man, Memfahon, Sacolano, and it be obeying 20 BB. I'm more man at that chassis. Mark Zuckerberg, so when to me and Kuskua, ka Facebook in here. Bill Gates, ka Microsoft in here. And more Freya, ye who or more crass one across the woman na. Omutimi fa bibi so ya de kese inventions akese aba wiase nyina Wright brothers Facebook ni we no enye nkokra na de ba he o se bia wanyini na our experience ntina no the young people and home education no ese hia na wo pese ehumasuan se o man no so a enye memorization
enye babadi
David enti formula bia o man no ye use Enunti and I see moon 1957 sister. Nanka ye mum ye di kind as saying a my beer. Sabre or my besire who edia tumrika ami and nisu a brien. Say a correct answer. Yes, it's a good trim. South Korea Colana de Esedabi. Ye travel quite bit me a question at the back who be that. And so what drain I actually to bit me answer. Company ben na ukomo e catch us memorize be better manager. Say akosi ochina ye be say dey we hear the nose. Go and memorize. Oba no be catch na manager bon nsem ama. No, you think on your feet. You are in a management meeting. Ideas be fi utri mu aba. E ho na ehun say you are a good employee. And the critical thinking is the key. Now, critical thinking comes from a robust education system. You prepare critical thinking as part and parcel of the education system. It is a cause education transforms society. And yet going to school, no. A quan of us which are Colonade. And Remika ha, so BC, saying results about. Yes. Okay, BC. Now you're quite near fast no. For years, Colana memorization will do it to me, Chiguni to no pass it. Na ekodu baby akase asesa ekwan fa nkwala fa so echira de no teacher for fa so chira de nkwala so fa so sua de enti BC ne de foforo ba na me frɛ wike for say omo kire questions foforo no sample omo de ba omo fa subject ba akopɛ obi 40 questions na eba no emu 20 de wode memorization and be answer enti ukwa enwumesua mo ifre bibi the new Bloom's taxonomy who feel level 1 a friend remembering. Level 2, understanding. Obetimi achi bibi egutuma wonti ase. Yeah. And remember here, now so the most important thing is to understand. Now one understand here you know, and now you apply level 3. And so now wait me evaluation synthesis. No do baby you create. Ye bibi kra na yanka ho ba wait me ye bibi kese from what the knowledge you've acquired. One the question a subject back by 40 questions no emu 20 a remembering emu 10 a understanding the other 10 is application level 3 4 5 and 6 no questions and one me catch say why for mu di adwuma and I'm say this is a clear case of where the tail is wagging the dog. Yeah, or man say a critical thinker. Babadina. And Timina, the American say, so because education and transformation. And yet, Ubeshe examples, more man on your soul, or man your soul, we have a now do BBI education. Then so near a man send be ya. Uko China. China crowd and here on one, yet make us will be intimate more than one.
In China.
In China. She said, Woman, I just a minute, the dear no panny to the poverty in Timo ban, so we are awful. But won't be more than one. And then China no. Aye China kesia omusika omona be twan atru hiase ama samre omona America for ne si akan baby krom timi di nkuni mu America for so
and also focusing on education.
Then Champagne the president buy no atra France near the ade to buy no who say Chinese system na mo awo and so move to capitalism. What we socialist, what do they do? A one country say you check capitalism socialism near and now also let's review our education curriculum. Or call Japan and we call who say Japanese for the Omusian or call for socialist or buy and say let's review our curriculum. Or China, Chinese Communist Party. Now they're not you say almost share the Ankwala Nusian, who say China for Ankwala, no more church from the Japanese way in Nipa for and say Nasi a so traso kasa sa Japanese for more developing. Womi nipa boni for dia. Yen kwale ebe yo madwen say they don't want to be like Japanese. Therefore, development will elude us. Mindset change. So the first thing they did was to change the curriculum, remove all the negative about Japan for, so that Japanese could be seen in a positive light, so that their children could aspire to be like Japanese. Tomu yi enufi mu no ansa no so okay mo me hwe enkonta yesua ne sen eno hu se umunim konta kire kra compared to Japan and na omudi teachers call Japan omudi call US omudi call UK to learn how to teach mathematics and na fu mu se science no omotetie ni omunu ba bia and omudi ko fi junior high school year physics.
Wow.
Emma umesua no call ni mo science ni ansa no mo set go say samanse nyina beba ha so mbesi factories just say engineers and decide I want to produce 50,000 engineers a year
every year target. Then they started producing. Companies from UK, US started flocking there because Chinese have the population, they have the engineers, they started manufacturing. Then Chinese government decided to invest in manufacturing because they didn't want a situation other countries now back on ebeko. Suddenly see and sadly Vietnam will see Vietnam for produce 100,000 engineers a year. On population 93 million. Cayenne the nani crazy to produce 30,000. Yeah, base 6,000, 7,000. Company be a one American be a person co-establish manufacturing plant no. Woman Vietnam and Ghana, Vietnam Kwanowa, and so we call Vietnam because the engineers are there 100,000 and we're doing 7,000. Yes, ratio and proportion. It's a say about 30,000. So one more free Kumun and say now Samsung has its largest manufacturing plant in Vietnam. Samsung.
Yes. Also say Jumana could do IT.
Yeah.
On Crawford to make say you basic factories. And then when you say factories, they will automating my robots and Juma. And factories are never any per thousand. Say any manufacturing, na your regular production, this all orange juice near the Adena. Very few.
Yeah.
And never.
Yeah.
So say Jumana Ako drew IT, information technology. China for it me produce 3 million engineers, computer engineers, IT experts, cyber security experts, and they send them around the world. Fortune 500 companies, our American companies, I can see we are seeing now. IT is being run by Indians. Education.
Because they decided to focus on
India decided they decided 20 years ago, say, or make creating knowledge economy. And almost started to see IITs. India Institute of Technology.
Yes.
And then India Institute of Technology, almost graduates man the IT system around the world. Now the interesting thing is that Nancy System Minutes, American TV program, almost a program documentary beer. Almost interview Indian students. I almost say, Semenya Indian IIT and MIT American admission ameko. Because IIT in India is the pathway to greatness. Some Ghana from Kwalani Buomu Buade ne Como Faso, a boom penning force, yes, education system no at the 70 Beshim, Niansia IIT sa. Minia Ghana Ebesisa. Ghana from Kuala and Sakran economy in Bay Casino. Woman was in Bay drama companies around the world. What Ghana? No cyber security. The formula is clear. There has to be a discipline to go through it, and people are going to say that it is Ghana, it cannot be done. But I'm saying that when you know your deficiencies, you cure it. And Minim say Ghana, and a creative curriculum, a friend of growth mindset
for Ghana.
Ghana,
school for
yes, he who be ready, energy for a bemunt, minim somebaya. Growth mindset. And on the church, Baba near Branton and say, "Wo, could you mention they would be swinging to be a bit me?" And when you actually America forward in our house, America, the greatest nation on earth, I can do anything I want to do. Now, also. It's a classroom. The teacher in the university teacher say no you papers. And you growth mindset. And you say if you are bema nanke be growth mindset. From junior high to high school. Your first mindset, your growth mindset. First mindset I can say what they mean to me. Baby I mean free pa de me papa me papa enye ye. Growth mindset say in spite of where I come from, I know that I can succeed. No matter what Kwalans will be a friend hero journey. Na Kwarana Tiasia say, there was steps a nipa SOCD, high school, America, and mom the tray essay, and when they did a major movie script. Hero's Journey. Okohe Pursuit of Excellence by Will Smith anywhere. You look at it, and you see, say, the script was written with Hero's Journey. Pursuit of Happiness. Hero's Journey. Hero's Journey, and say, what's that, bravo, auto baby, who will lead you ordinary life? Now, I dream be able to suit him that crope. Say, may a pilot. May no be a case now, we pray for him. Into a case, actually, when I say, I'm poor. Pilot no mean to me yet. Na what you hosa and no first a call to adventure. Who can't also be a pilot? That's a call to adventure. The next is the refusal of the call because you look at your circumstances. The third step a mafia change is what is called meeting a mentor. That is why in American schools they provide mentors for high school students, people who go there to talk to the children. They know about the hero journey. You cannot turn the fortunes of majority of the people around when you don't have the formula that others have used. And some of you could be a friend of the 10,000 hour rule. When you now they are going to more 10,000 hour rule, no, my congratulate try once and no no say abofra was started over now golfer. Tiger Woods, who 3 years not started. Selena Williams, only sister. Omuna, omo papa na nsa na obe wo omo no. Odi say ni teams on the obe wo maba na maba mienu bi obe wo omo no. Omo be tennis greats in the world. Omo started ya makoba bi ana odi omo ko practice city of Compton, Los Angeles. And papa ho no ko training omo. Ampa putting in the time. Enti my congratulations and say if you 10,000 hour rule and never can say practice makes perfect. And will be a home uko busano na uhu baby or you say or back catch round. Say me share when a mammy could do her. Now me practice when a mammy be do her. Now na me jitum sa the enemy me I na mo growth mindset. Entina me ye.
And it be sana mo the share curriculum for her.
Yes. We're going to start implementation. The books were ready, the curriculum was developed. Fufi and Twitter. And I fear by me. And you know, and young woman, you're afraid to be hidden curriculum. hidden curriculum enema yekoye wasi matiase yekoye BC matiase book ben na nkwala no kan be ma na dwen na sinipi se ono so betimi aye nipa eno so mankrofo bi so mo ntwere ho book na enka BC no efre bi kokro enom de ukokin kan stories na nam so dabi ye de kokro de be ye kra na mo mi ansa mpe book bi because adent na nkwala ko school 3 years no kan book ba for example book back
one textbook.
Yes, one book. And you know, say, akwala fifia books go fia. Or no 3 years in a book back when America. Now, America 3 years, no, we can 20 books. A bed then and I pay. And we find the books when they me read the book in the one I'm saying. Me yes, I will be offered to a true book. You on train on family near per se and a free be change makers. And there are certain stories of people who have done great things in the world. You started Wright brothers, the airplane. You could Bill Gates, how he did Microsoft. My mom also share Kofi Annan and Fanen Kahu. So we're looking at how can a young man growing up in Kumasi one day become the leader of the world. Kofi Annan's story is a fascinating story. In fact, you told whom book cry Emma Sabra de the couscous. President Kufa cry a lunch Kofi Annan's story. I wanted a Ghanaian child to know, say, if somebody can grow up in Ghana and become the leader of the world, I can. Now, ya na a family try. Na say no ni ngumasua no mu a menua ngumasua ntimi sesa mai. Physical chemistry class. Wa ye bibia. Where high school new girl be such as a year the pam yes you surgery the pam FM. Now akora no ye chemistry no and we ye pH and near my itimi change color yi natural pH level. And na akora no hu sa no say omo ye study bi no mo hu say obo ho ekwa no surgery na surgery no inside no e ho asay e wa bra ye hu no entu be he na wo infection e ho no yes okay sa de a obey such a de pam a say emu no e say ya na a change color to purple using pH understanding. We no junior high school, senior high school, 11th grade. This way or a millionaire.
From sir, we know
understanding. O kohefia could be girls. Then cry yet drew near to the house room. And cry we are general, a mood daho. Nessa Breno, so when it's riding with him, Pedja Nipetim, Sessa, or Mina, the Ra and Mumission one. A crana dream and Mutaho who so bit me a biano. One a best sound mine. Enti nyet trasa ukwa Greek now hwe commercial Greek now utimi de enema film a we educate farmers ni ya productivity goes through the roof. Scientific exploration and development increase productivity we kokwa ebi anke nya boto du no anya duonu enya sasa no abeso a chede na wo ho no but innovation asesa no enti woni Brazil for du akoko no anya skache because we use innovation. And across the board in the IT sector, baby in India for aiding kind education no warrior no and no bad real jobs. Joba ema enipa edi ye. Now about tourism. One of the major issues from an doctor and evidence, I said the many who ebu ho akonta. Major di say obi a tourist no call Jamaica. So spend $100 for her. And name of better 20 a year. Or bag and over spend 70. I didn't customer service. The man will be about say, have you tasted this chocolate before? This food is so good. Do you want? I'll bring you something to taste. Restaurant be our tourist destinations now. Ye train workers. Now come on nobody. Is this your first time in this country? Enjoy your stay. Now, I'll call the country and say, tomorrow I'm not working. When are you leaving? Come back on Friday. I say, okay, then I'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow I'm off. I'll see you. Enjoy your stay in Ghana. Make sure you go to this place. And the crafts are there. And by the way, there will be a bus here that can take you around Accra. When you go this place, you can buy this, you can buy this, you can buy this. So instead of spending 70, no, or spending 100 to say you go Jamaica. Or mine yesika. The auto are there so I then any sika. So say upese tourism ekosra. Ubetimi ama enipa eba no kra no no so a kakra na aba no ubetimi am spending more by quality customer service. Na esese adwuma ni no so yetua ne kayi. Enkoma obedi ebi aka ho nkomo kra de ono so ka no ni bi. Ene wukọ abruchira ade ba ko pa ewo ho a ese aba no say na ese tip. Ene tip anya tip bi enwa abruchire. Omo ya no de aka o cost no.
Is there ka ho?
15%. Ah ezo tua.
Yeah, oso tua.
Na o masaka ho person de kakra ka ho. Also said the crack account. What does that mean? So work be Kimpiskia. Work be Kimpiskia. Na enka ye ma tip no the sabruchre dian. Can you pay about home with the ye tip no can boom over here was $1,000 a month. So the tip no chair market here. Then so then you had the
intimate baby.
And to be a more Kimpiskin, so you try and cut 1,200. Now, say any panel, come on, Ben, one customer no be the customer. That's why. Enti, a Juma be a person, you man. As a woman, you have family. Ye pejam, let him call him. Oh, Oko has a building construction, a area and pesa, a Juma baho, papa, building construction. And you may see a dano crowd. Building inspection. Yeah. Kufu see tall buildings, multi-million-dollar buildings. That's all spending no less than $500,000 on paying inspectors, engineers, architects who work for the government, or even if a private company, the private company can do the inspection on behalf of government and pay the people well. That brings me to the issue of livable wages.
Yes.
Working poor should be a thing of the past. Now they're making by here. It shouldn't be happening. We have to find a way to increase productivity. To work at no hotel now man the customer service. Once a hotel in Yesika. Hotel in Yesika and can afford to pay him more.
Yeah.
So you have to revamp it. You have to look at age-old problems with a new set of eyes. And you remember why D nyache near Busa and was adenti and a Singapore need or ye juma as soon as di motim di toka utim di bitofi. Naya ID woman 1963, 1960 no yendi a koso akechi tear them reform and I ajiatum say Yajiatum say any ye 2G2 say ye politician is relaxed. Why Makasa didn't ye? Into one day. No, so often was it. But Dr. Duchum said there be intina make catch that seminuanum delegates and say, a ye a dear and is what do a mood do and I'm a person me de bagana. Nelso soma mama quenya ebe casaqua. So Mampeni and Ado Amma Quenya Mamma, a minister for education, and can name me a Sankama.
Ghana for crying.
But so saying the Anya and Ado be a delegates more and I'm more person Dr. Duchumba. Then near walking, better than a dimmer Ghana ye dear mo and a mama quenya. Then you see that we my bridge a me faso. Na me faso could draw. More near my say, Yamamon, maybe she mo no becasa.
And therefore delegates
Mumbidi. Name the American say, O Mama Quenya from who been MD can say so. And they're not going in Tanta, O Musano Sofo, O Musani Imam. No Musani maybe or Nitifia. I bet you Mukroka see him too. The entire American son say, a brand TV was sending me audio be. Ewo now fee enchi Ekwa Sankregua, a dear betting me a twaba. Now say, no quay media or quay observer. No second moon did the be seen. Say and two do an answer on two. Yen twab by any one by one quay nams when yen two. And also driver and say, Media Metro, and also I Nabeto, or say Dr. Duchum in Metro, some minister for education, and near my wabaya, we need TV switch. A bear may just a winter cause on your name. It means no delegate. What the Mumusa? Do one of the country will say, someone the Dr. Duchum in Maya, a better man. The Somo country was all the Dr. Duchum by Metro there. And then I also my Dr. Duchum, Quenya, now on 2 man on Dr. Duchum, so Ghana for Sonumu. na yentu kwan.
What attributes now we feel say Ghana for who are more pay ewo.
Oh, minia we den ka mum on say me pese me ka me ho se me brebe. Sa wo de wo se unim. Ghana wo busa Ghana for this year. Do be ka say wo ho Brazil. Minister ne de obeye adwuma. Ebre kra ne bi efisa ban no bibi nso ye minister na adwuma de. Minia ebre bi ntwemu se me ko ba bi bi am na abonte na me wo airport obi ma me kan chem say minister wa ye adwuma nyame nhyira. Se me ko ye bi odun kwa na method sofo o yi etitire ba ho na di akire na no se Dr. Duchum yenim se wuni aban mu nanso star mu nti Ghana be kayo Ghana ebe kayo the brand na star mu nti Ghana be kayo na won fa me ma method sofo na onto aba ma me fi so no ananum no de kan se dun kwa no method o se Ghana ebe kayo men kan sem hwahwa me ho nanso me hu se aban bi aba okwa even people in opposition my bagame be create me cause Dr. Duchum den kem e kwa wo man kema no ntoaso e bi intense sa e bi intense enti no me ka na me denya me ase e wo nyansa o de ma me ene akwanya na nado de ma me e ma me timbe ye adwuma Ghana fo binum etimi ka se adwuma obeye ye die no kreni o ya ade me ne awofo a wo se Barnabas ekohia na omu school dan atete apansa asɛ ya ye bɛyɛ ma omu na omu eno mu dinkita ho ne ye bie dan ni wie ye school no kama ye pa ho ntuma ho ye fefefe school dan na nye si eni ceiling na nye ceiling fans ya je amaye foforo kra na many parents ekohia me ko PTA meeting parents buy and I'm a say minister, almost the first minister I could PTA meeting. Say me ba, no man catch on said, then yes, Yamamui. One was a monquala, no, say almost a shentire for almost a black and one more botai, osu. Now, if I catch them say, ye may free fear pie, they didn't count botai, they mind you who say, ye mano, ever dachi. Osu. Omashe, Omataria botai, come, public school. Kosu presec me ko ho na mko hwe da no ehu no ma twa kiba biba was here and then my classroom height and times are every bump windows se bubu bibia doors nyina change bibia kosu presec say udu ha oni beje me bo ho da ransa na me ko se nya me ka krubo ho ankonim ko is legon across them academy now ko school CSC ho no mo a cha brochire de na public school send pay call jetokoi Southton school dan atete apansa see foforo eye ne kama emom new uniform Ghana minister Ben Dakwa be school said the otri
80
schools one day you to airtime blasting across the country near America na say Dr. Duchum me de men sekra na mayo mi susu a me ye ansa ma bo ho dewro ombenya president papa se delegates adaroma omo de me koma Ghana fo a ombeto ama me ti Dr. Duchum de emra me ba adwuma mu e friend politics no seven predu aside na makohu na brochire ntino na bibie no ha na misro tembia me ka kire nkrofo say America minya akwan see schools o ho ma wo mo no I was swimming upstream. FM. As I ensure that we just have the quality. Me ba America, Ghana no. I'm swimming downstream. And to no one say, me te kudu mo me hu kwa me fa so a. Me dada me hu. Nam di nua no aka nche ne nche me kototen. Sa America memu mitimi nya kwanya e ma me ni broni si akan. It me challenge one more catch from say make me see schools better than yours. And mom have a license to build the schools. Government paid for children to come to my school. I raised 20 million on Wall Street in 2006 after saying a bond rating of BBB-. Bino Maka say Dr. Duchum, I have a backbone of steel. When I say I'll do something, I'll do it to the glory of God and for the benefit of humanity. That is Dr. Osei Bonsu.
There are some messages up by be your questions now idea was send me the ebusa on afi yetimi atwa so Dr. Osei Bonsu ne no edin komo or NPP presidential aspirant and or submitted forms into espousing the vision for Ghana as a country, and that vision is anchored on education, proper modern education. It me Emma Omai Itumpong. Your WhatsApp number is 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 or message I will be about a question be Emma. You can do as the honest now the question na be busano na wehi ano amayen. We say Obi, good afternoon. Please, what Dr. Osei Bonsu is saying is very true, that he launched the B STEM. I covered it in November 2024. I covered it for Daily Graphic. The Osu Bit 2, I was there to cover as well. The East Legon STEM School 2 is true. Into one Samuel Tay Adano, our Juma Graphic Communications Group Limited, and Odiwe Apre, Yeda Sepa Papa. Let me see. Where is Obi? I agree with Dr. Osei Bonsu and his assertion that we should elect a leader that Ghanaians will accept and vote for him, not just NPP members. However, his 41% example is out of coverage area and a non-starter. Ex-President Kufuor had 39% in his first attempt in 1996, but it didn't mean Ghanaians didn't accept him. That's why he won the 2000 elections when the NPP voted him again to lead the party. Or say Dr. Bawumia is loved and will be accepted by both NPP members and Ghanaians when given the chance. Dr. Osei Bonsu will continue his fantastic job as Education Minister in 2029. Okay, Master Planner Junior, Ewa King Tampo, and on the way. But let me say a big good afternoon to you, Fortune Alimi. Fortune, thanks for doing the listening. Weisa Obi, good afternoon. Dr. Osei Bonsu's comment on educational issues and reforms are always educational and insightful. His expertise in the field is outstanding and it's a joy to listen to. And I hope the country uses its knowledge and ideas to completely transform our archaic educational system. Greetings to Honorable Richard Kek Minsa of Ghana Gas and Abdul Majid Dokurgu, Mayor of Ifia Kwesimentim Municipal, Mr. Impactful Boga Ali Hashim, and Oduwe Fitakrade are praying. Obi, what Honorable Bonsu is saying is the surest way to the transformation we need as a country. Growth mindset is what Omaihini also has been preaching lately. Charles Ewo Ayalolo and Oduwe Abre. Charles here does say. We say Obi, Dr. Bonsu did tremendously well in the educational sector and deserves the prof title. My question is, what are his specific policies in health, the economy, employment, and general infrastructure? Into or say health, economy, employment, and a general infrastructure. Dusty man will break community. I'll come back now, doc a year no a day. Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 FM 0548 443 523. We say Obi. Good afternoon. Please, Elder Osei Bonsu is our own. Let's rally behind him. Adiwofia Oye, possessing the nations. We are all agents of transformation. God bless this great and humble man. From Elder Francis Abaka, or no, Elder of the Church of Pentecost, Ewatema, New Town, and Adiwofia Oye. And I agree with him. This one says, hi, Obi, good afternoon. Officially, STEM education began in the year 2019. That's from Daniel Mensa Agona Assafuah. our central region. Obi nso say Memusa Doc say also where his kids school did his kids school in Ghana, does he believe in Ghana's education system? Okay. Okute Ewa La Paz Edie Enono. Hi Obi, good afternoon. Listening to the former minister tells me that he has all the ideas to improve our education. I respect him a lot. God bless you, Doc. We say Obi, good afternoon. Ask Doc, at what point did he realize that he wants to run as a flag bearer? Amos Enim Ewo Tema Edie Eni. Hi Obi. The former education minister is the most experienced person when it comes to education. Okay, and you say, how well did you? Okay, so but this one, the target is delegates, and how well do you know the delegates of the party? Also because you did not visit most of the constituencies. Okay, Citizen Abacha, Citizen Abacha, Ewo Takrade, Nidia or Diaba, and no. Okay, we say Obi. Please, personally, I have always had my reservation with Ghana's educational system because I can say on authority that even at the university, students are only focusing on chew and pour simply because people are interested in the grade. So I personally seriously buy into Dr. Educhum's perception of renewing our educational curriculum. He is the best candidate. Thank you. Victor Kwame Jinji, MPhil economic student, University of Cape Coast. And Odiweyaba. We say Obi. Good afternoon. Please kindly ask Doc, what does he think went wrong, which might be the cause of this worst BEC performance in 9 years? Francis, Gulf City, and I'll refer to the recent BEC result, Wayek release. I mean, many people are complaining, say, as a Ansheda Ankoi. He says, why? We say, Obi, good evening. Dr. Educhum's policy sounds so sweet and very sensible. This signifies that indeed he has a clean and a good heart for the country. But trust me, he is a politician. So at any given time, he would engage in politics. Zion Prince, Ewa Kaswa Akwele, the issue of Amanfono trust in politicians are Ewa Formono. Maybe Doc will give you a reason why. We say, Obi, in fact, I like and admire Dr. Educhum. There are no innuendos, no aspersions in his delivery. All the remaining aspirants should emulate him. Regard to the People's Democratic Republic of Inkonsia Wenchi, Nana Adrian Enchi, Ewa Hackney in the United Kingdom. Yes, Doc.
Yeah, my church should be. A politician. I'm a politician who cares and cares deeply about the people. Just in case you say Biomfi say and care. And I also tell people all the time, say, in Parliament, when I'm with my colleagues, they are talking about issues confronting their constituency. They are sending Momo to people who are sick. Politicians are working hard for their constituents all the time. But why do people think we don't care and we are good for nothing? Because of us. Yang and yet the Bruni friends / and ban politics. We better not have deep Ubiatem. Ubikra no party one call running for Frabera Shipa. Now we do not. So a bat between parties.
Yes.
Na Obinya Mike. Na Speaker Manokwaya. Na wakadia enimu edietia the other party. Obit me page na waka say sika omukwaji eni nyina omuchedi. Once you say ukwaji sika World Bank untimi je ni menye yi. Checks and balances where is the Calbeco Bank of Ghana auditor for best sign. There's no way I wait me I could just call routine watch a deal. But a politician no can now be OTF and so wajia to say no war fool. Nibofu
because I'm to watch his kedi.
Yes. One once in the small call, but can ama sebeya obeding quinim. Oh, slash and Ben said, me my word look so bad. Said, me cry, me yes, you cry because I near me, me a fenny, I'm for mammy. and to be a double track and then kwala bebre top schools no be aka say ya de boni Ghana for ya to say mun free Hong Kong obeso mu a was say 120 days mutual double traffic was there be minti mi gise mfie mienu ye den na wan hwehwe mu first no na utu mfuturo gu Ghana for ni say school feeding ye de sika musika be mamum headmasters opa ponche kra na wakoto na de feeding kwala we are na busumi nu na say hey said the MPP for na ye say dey afedi agf mu some headmasters ye de aduane bebre mu headmasters for say etikwa pai nyemo na be ka kire mo agigye konko so akogye sugunani enti politicians no nipa ye adwuma eboa enso yenya ne amagana for ate say ye no yenim hwe na o say NDC ni nim hwe NDC ni say MPP ni nim hwe edimu mienu nyina no munim hwe enti Ghana for say ya bremu me ko bosomtwe da ko me danya na say bosomtwe ama be DMP me ko akra adwuma bebrebe mu a me hu bosomtwe for ewo hokese enti ade na menye adekese bi a ebeye asemda ho ewo bosomtwe ha na asesa ha saade a I will recruit and educate 100 engineers. I wanted to do something that has never happened before. When we set here a YOA foundation, me now for forward bruchire me no mo kasa we discuss oh person ya de kese obi a person part of it o me kasa me hwe nkwala nu man komu mfi me kan nkwala o hand was why are the pa jisika we fa boy obi first year me the 31 students and a koi join his cobai don't try bus mo call you mat last November omo graduation ceremony the 31 were all graduating
as engineers. They say GMPC, Anglo Gold, all these mining firms, they are everywhere. 31. I was the keynote speaker at graduation ceremony of UMAT, and 31 of my students who have fully sponsored Yetioma Academic User Facility fee, Yetioma accommodation. In fact, Masabu Muskade Otomoto. My ultimate goal was to raise funds and build a hostel there. Takwa. And so if you constituency ho no ko ha na wakwada the free. In the semini ho kra mema scholarship academic user be my parents need to academic user na ontua accommodation. And until under Dr. Dichum presidency, all district assemblies will build hostels in selected universities. So if children are coming from that constituency, accommodation will be free. When you do that, why remove cost by 50%? So I did that for Bosomche. As I speak with you, we were 130 students, 31 are graduating. Oma Akano, engineers, no. Oma Akano, 61 ever graduated this year. 61. 1 year. And 1 year, a total of 92.
Now, 20 there, medical doctors, medicine training. 100 nakwe 130 is out 20 medical doctors and then akola ba akwa me fa na me hwe in school owie and o kire me say officially I have completed medical school. Akola no 2014 so me free senior high school mai me ko kro bi di fe yase ho me ko kira o hene na me kwa hemfie na mai and am say dey me ko school bi across the street na ko hwese the school no ko me ko na mo kira there the teacher na kire yon photosynthesis. And I'm just shocked. And I'm starting to make children call out. And then me busa question that could have been the man large mind. Question me busa bi oyano. Me share na tare to know what it. And I'm say I could be here more. Me busa teacher no say hey I could no bre. That I know from 2 junior high school. And I'm catch and say Ima found mame na momra me office e ujache. Me ye campaign we me kwa himfie me fi ho me kodu ujache na Ima enne ne mame eti ho. Me catch a mamma and say, Mammy, there's some sure bay, or bunko to dre, or the Pentecost in Yame. We ye, and Pabuti for Nana G, Doctor, may soon be Yamesu. Minu Crajawari, and mammy, you know, or some fabacon, or no sofa bacon, Nasa into onions, and I'm a ton on panche. Now they are calculating. Me found from there, Shemusa, we had no call. Opoko few opoko some 2 years ago or call UDS and ne Iman Lajeman I send me message say doctor Thank you for your massive investment in me. Today, I'm officially a medical doctor. And no, and the man, I'm on the same, I am a day. I'm on the same, yet it's the same passion. To me, I'm delegate. The American say, Mama Quenya, and one was all more camp. What can't a year on church, mamma, a binum bomber basso, fortune, I say, a bin so can. BCY. In fact, I feel many reports and I'm so many details. I'm not sure what went wrong because it's unfortunate. Yeah, no, quite fast with them schools who encouraging Kuala. It's unfortunate, but obey. Now, Obi Ebusa Simbi. Now, small Busa, I was say, I didn't a bread bang and no whom so person
running for
Sidila Bacha or something. Yeah. Now, Kaime, a dear, you lose our baby dream. Me dream home pa car brand be or the Kevin Carter. No a Pulitzer winning photographer. Na Kevin Carter. And na Sudan, South Sudan war no buy and na hang up farm and buy ni pay no. And na or nam no ko hu akorebia or dahwa.
Na vulture jina in China, yeah.
Chafuto. It got the attention of we are seeing and I'm so my man who says a couple one you can free. Name Kevin Carter. Yeah. That crone jamon media for you. Money didn't come and kuta Kevin. Akrana we chan photo na obewu am pete din na no dey na tro no. And Kevin Carter say, "Hey, obusman say mo.
Otwa picture ni we ya.
And am the koi." And I say, enti say kakra opagya no kra ko be feeding kwara nke feeding nko wu am pete no. Anwene nam. Ni yam hye no. Kevin Carter in depression. Emma Wui. So Obama you say when I be home baby Dr. Duchum free a juma me ye wa bruchi near my kesi me ye me baby me free me papa. Oko ni ba unko school da me papa ma me ko na ma ko do America memu na juma me ye near mama bagana. Say na ja say ya education anywhere be na kona kwatra baby you are good everything is fine. But me ka Kevin Carter. Say me jai na meka se nyame ama menimde soronko mi memfa ntinsim amegana fo anso memu na se ko babiem se ansa nya biem a mehwe se ebia nka me ye ya enke party ebegina ye sen ba bia egina ebia nka man Ghana once and for all ke wage war against poverty am I use the Singapore the South Korean the Chinese formula to change Ghana. And nunti na meka say mejina mu because minim kwan aman yi fa so a omo sesa ye nti nyame amam say nyansa no na me ba ye nso education metimi aye abro so kra sen say de nkrofo susu ho a adan na me nso mintinyam no mampani akwantue ye mfiti ase ofra bera ne nse mfa citizen ade a medwi hu ye pa ehu say me nua bibia enya me dese enipa daache ebesesa enti wo ba health me no maka say me a PhD but me policy prescriptions akese brofo a wo kan me de wo kan health de mini no say enipa betra se ache
okay
e kwan be na be fa so a enipa e betra se ache e wo Ghana
e wasase so
na nyame nyanso ode ma yetim de ayedwuma de abo enipa wo yo sofo a watimi adu sofo ukwa retirement kura Pentecost ukwa ni asa mo sorry what transit cha nipa benya ho mfaso wo ba bibi memu a wo do 58 to 61 na so wo no ko do China ni other country 75 90 adai and asase enyame di abedu aso yi kokrom konkrase beautiful young lady wo picture abeka so be ye wedding ni atwere ase painful exit. Gone too soon. What a shock. No, this 65 years say call to glory. Oko American 65 because a painful exit. Ade. To me, Minister for Health, your number one KPI, key performance indicator, and how do we move Ghanaian longevity from the low 60s to 75? Bring your action plan. We'll back you with budget. Every cabinet meeting, every month will be cabinet to every other cabinet meeting. You're going to give us a report on what is happening in the hospitals, how patients are being taken care of so that they don't die early. How do you ensure that nurses are taking care of patients, and patients are there and they are getting the support that they need. And how do you even build hospitals and rent it out to private companies to run them and run them well? How do you ensure that Ghanaians live long? That is my number one priority for my Minister for Health. And none of the compelling no Amawakohu Minister for Roads and Highways to avoid accidents. Because SSA will prove to me at the end of the year, say, we have cut down death rate in Ghana, we have improved longevity, and Ghanaians are not dying needlessly on roads, on our own road networks. Me jidi se nyame ema unyansa ma otumi a wo de ba be peja wo man. And you should sit here. Edu July, ye share June numbers e wo Ghana. Afi na 300 more people have died on our roads. Should be a national crisis. My Minister for Health, Minister for Roads, everything you are doing is fine, but if people are dying, no, Ghanaians should live longer. And Tiwono Minister for Health now said that is your main key performance indicator. You are going to make sure malaria death is reduced. Because what I'm going to question, if I'm going to reshuffle you, it's because people we didn't read. Yes, target, no? People are not living. How are we making sure? Say gone too soon will go too soon. That we can live long on this planet called Earth and this country called Ghana. Nasa no ne ye de ani nim se ye bibi de abo nipa no nti nasa wokosi agenda 111 na ye friend agenda 111 esenke atu ni din agenda longevity. South African Watch Busam say why do you know say one of the issues was poor communication. We will see 111 hospitals. Great thing. Never happened before. But it was not about building the hospital, it was about caring for Ghanaians and making sure. Because see say me kokolebu Asempa na me ko gyina na esanim OPD na me ka kire mo say me ba house na say we say openi na hefa na eye oya me so me nyare me pese o ma me doctor me hunu na se bi ayare bi be bom ya na wa kire me obeka papa yi obeka se papa so na dwi mu kan o me yare kro mu nya be na wo nyare wo so ba hospital o kwa brochire na ko hwese enipa o ha eko hospital emu aduoso nyare 30 no eco emergency ni I refer to your doctor. 70 no the doctor who na check or condition be appointments now ocean and no na mani ni che. And the agenda longevity is to say that one yare any asendo text message say bra ni enhwehwe umogem na bibi esuma wa yehu ni eye fi ho ni anka say wo de no nyare o no awuye o wo nyare edisie o. And when it comes to health, I want to break it down to simple.
Now, Obiati here, so you carry the people along. No man who says you need to make medical check. Now, baby, a hospital who I a medical van. I common crow for you on test. Say, ye near Marisa Ghana for Benina Chedia, near be 2 or 1 temwase they are there as politicians. And that brings me to economic policy. My major issue is that Ghanaians should have wealth. Break it down to the level where we talk about individual prosperity. And then Ghana for doing because why never balance is Kenny Butum. See, Mesika won't bottom a year policy and Kiesa we name. Emma Musu D. So, Obi a Ghana ni Obi, Sabrinas and Yemen Kuyi Manon Mabontin. And hifa a buying office bear no be kwa bit me aboa no man na bra basesa. We need to have prosperity centers. A place where you go to, you tell your story and says, okay, opeso dua kube asase bi wa ha, aban asase bi wa bit me de dua kube, wo dua 20 hectares ohia ni ho biem. Would that not be venture capital if they are rebranding it?
And yeah, you see, one of the issues is the owner of a venture capital had only the oil in the can win. Okay. Any part of the oil, just and can be a guide. And Nunti and our schools are guidance and counseling. For the first time, started a Ghana and counselor, let's say a full-time job. And yes, or child, no sign like a cracker. Because one guide in Nipana, and he found walk. obi no mabonten one guy na o gardening you no see the trim post ha no bekwa na afei yen economic policy no individual prosperity requires say you get mentors. So about 200 traders makola na person mu di year na bi omde niam akra akose ele nkoton omutim de makwa akoton a say ni per 200 no one business professor a government tua neka University of Ghana on na no mu hia o kyerɛkyerɛ mu o your business plan the maame nom adwuma no kɔ no professor nso was stipend aban edemano o madwuma kɔ yie no afi bia ha wo sika venture capital so betimi de aboa mo nanso just of the taxes ansa and to be who say nipa no otua ne tax because one man incentive to pay tax fi say and now so otua tax na hu say na adwuma no kɔ yie na oboa no enti wo pe aban mo a o tax na kyerɛ sɛ ampa nkɔ yie na de obi ahyɛ won sa sɛ mommo anipe na adwuma no nkɔ yie enti na meka sɛ GRA for ekwatena obi store no mo obi ho na twetwere ne ma ayeton se be ye nipa metua tax yankoto eda we sika ben aba we de kwese ni business mu also obi metra ho twetwere tax the first time one any obi ebenya encounter with government as a businessman should be somebody from Prosperity Center, Ministry of Trade and Industry, going there and after Kufado or my Minua Penny Alan Martin AC business resource centers. Esese otimi ko ba bia betimi a church say we say odache betimi asesa na ya page nipa dodo no amoma di ye hwe oman na di ye ni nyina almost start ye no more goals for millionaires. How many millionaires they want to create? Say almost billionaires they want to create. How many millionaires are we going to create under President Dr. Osei Bonsu? There will be a goal for millionaires. To be ye juma ye kwaye ko once to be sika na onye sika e no man nye sika hwe kokofo a good example for us na ya na ebrafi ye na nanu ye papa no ne frim kras ye kododo koko enkro bebre so o mekọ krofa santi achem ebi fi krofa o mekọ tepa ko sanfifre ko twabidi asuhia ye kire nsua hwidiem ebi ehọ koko asase saye ebinom to aso du dunkwa chichirewere techi krom kododo koko ebi to aso omokoduru manso wase kropon ebi no fa bonkum so omokọ Huni Valley upon Valley takwa enkrase ensuaye mu nkrase ebi nso to aso ha omokoduru bode hiawa manso amfi akọ a friend saying asankregwa enches Samra boy kododo koko Oman kose Ghana be leading producer of cocoa ndio. Ba omo effort no omo kose onu be yi. To akode krase ton no asi apata wo ni krom na nkoda dan pepim. Enso akotena se krase no aka se e krase am betre me hwe me sika yi mi be ni true bata na ma me di bata. Enti me sika ambenya ha me di. Me di ko me krom. No omo kwa asandefo akodo cocoa Oko Kumasi Assafuah amekum bantama mwesisi ada akese no munya akasa bi say yebusa nipa fie ni musa nsika omu yeye pani bi no pani ode pani anto a ofri kumawu ono na odokoko nya sika so to cars bebrebe ye transport efri kumawu ebe Kumasi na otwerechire oh yes ebi abrofo kasa mu west mienu anu enim oh and yes but oh yes was rich individual prosperity so no be ye ndi no kodo koko but do koko no man no so ye den ye oko University of Ghana say kwafo ho enam afibie tete o musika ene di ebo University of Ghana construction ene say kwafo ho de to mo cocoa farmers change the course of history of Ghana. By the time a cocoa industry drew western region na ethnic group ya hobby ye nua no osro e free north e wo hobby enkranfo edo cocoa Kofo do koko ekwapem for some the fitting ase na ethnic group bia me papa koko na ye ne pani bi o de pani ananse oni ni akojo ketwa ba mfiri gumu afete kaso ha no mu do koko pani abeka fantini no do koko e fa se o pani lie enkrani ni ne boshi no do koko A fast and air santini penny buamono. They left their places, towns.
No money now could
Said they Dutch be Dutch ye, Ghana Dutch. And you know, oh yeah, economic policy. We are just talking about national level. National, as you say, as a country, no, the country yana nipa be no, a bottom up. Individual prosperity leads to national prosperity. So the focus should be the individual prospering. Gold board, excellent idea. But to what extent are individuals becoming goldsmiths? And maybe in Accra there's a gold street. Tourist bar ultimate koto gold. Na Ghana for goldsmiths. Over here knowing about 10,000 goldsmiths are more prosper. Then out of their prosperity, the nation will prosper. So my philosophy for economic development is going to be a simple one. I will break it down for individual to understand that individual prosper, middle class. Oko US near a debate for political debate. A middle class,
sure.
Big policy, trade balance. No. And no, the end result of the middle class policy and wealth prosperity. And nunti and many public school transformation. Why? I met a group of medical doctors. No more major problem is the education of their children. The reason why I don't call Tamil so on the education of their children. Oh no, we'll say. Na ketu ane mu nye du sa na enso busumi bia just okope sika na ode ne ba akọ private school. You can't create a middle class where public schools are not good for them. As a public schools ne ye kama no de ba akọ private na bia for any other reason, not because of quality. It can be any other reason, religious or something. Be a Christian school, not because the public is bad. Now, what's the rectangular shaped building painted brown and yellow? No man crown say brown and yellow. Now, middle class nurse was media me banko. Ne banu intimi nko. That's what kobo busia. You can't build a middle class that way. One of the essential elements of middle class is say they save. Now, if they are spending all their money, how they save? How do you create middle class? Teacher ni on the back of private school no join public akwachira de. Wo be build the middle class and nipa be di ya. Ese se aban nyuma ye de ma health, education, quality no eye good. Other no am obi tua VAT, e de akoma get fund. Ne school and be akwatira mu no, school no atete apansam enti o se ono a pesika ye ne ba de o ma na school dan in show to abebo no no. Enti o pesika
akwatira private school.
Wo bu no kwasia. So everything should work together. Even though you are doing education policy, you are doing middle class policy. And the middle classes now have ability to save. They are saving towards their retirement. At the time of their productive time, no nemaya miensa, odnisike nyine to school fees. Savings doesn't go saving to his retirement. No, when to me, senyamia mwano na ne bano kopia bruchire no kwa yana bruchisem na just a Mother's Day no friend no mama ni wawu. Because scares and got the two. But Obi can be na any amount of questions be by. Na adeba kwa. Minia se nyame ma wakoma na di wura amanyosemu a eni penya ho mfa so. Krobi de krase ewo tepakwan so. Da kona mi twam ho. Me de mi gidi se nyame kasa kire nipa se wo bi wakoma nso betia. Ye kote paman hene papa yi ena me hu edan bi e wo ho atakwa me dan mad built house nyame me ento makoma so se me nko se fi ho na kole bo ho se na me hwe no adidi na me je me ho che am I really hearing it na se me na me ye me ho yi ye kote pa ye be se na me kuma se ne nsu to.
Oh, okay.
Ne nsu to na they interested they say on se nsu to 20 no answer we dey nsu to dey enkrofon so di machi. I'm saying that me te makuma mpasa safi we mi nko na kula mi na me se mehwe no enti meko kwan mi gina aka no na mu nyina pake o machina na rekunu mu nyina pake e na me frɛ yi tuma kɔbren na me tisi nsuo num e ko refio e refio mbu sa nkwara be na ofia ma me bi free edwomu ba oba nso oh me ba Emmanuela me ro Emmanuel for na me Emmanuela e no frɛ Emmanuela e pie fi dem bai And also me Benny, and I'm say, ne papa was so a ja papa be any ho. Me and me one a cracker, and I'm saying why. Measure Emanuela. The next day the mom staff coy. Or quite no grass or them won't bompire because almost a day with dear. Oh, ma, take a bompire, my papa naba. A coffee Emanuela at Neba Abraham Lincoln boarding school for girls at Neba boarding school. This year, Emanuela H. Rewasi, St. Louis.
Wow.
Ti amanyosem ye de sisa enipa dachi ye de peja wo mu ni nyina e me nipa koduru ba bia wanye ni da so obedu ho enye menumi ho amanyosem say e gidigidi se no enipa nkan ko na ese di ukan na nipa nkan ko di ukan nyame e kire wo kwan nyame ma unya favor before man and before him. Na namsa favor no so man microphone so enya favor before you. Now be hu no na man ya yetimu a ahokire ne ade microphone brain. Na nyame bie nani a kire ma yen so Singapore de na betu ye bio. Edimasa siminuanum delegate so. Mother Roma. Yedamu. Na monya de ebinsi da. Na microphone fi say Dr. Duchum de daben. Na mo aka say na niso ade hunu mudu waye bi pen obetimi aye yede ne beko.
Dr. Osei Bonsu. Wow, we say Obi. Dr. Bonsu is a distinguished academic and educationist renowned for his intellectual prowess and expertise. Osei, although his presidential aspirations may not currently resonate with the broader electorate, his credentials would have made him an excellent choice for a running mate in the 2024 election. Manche Bruce II, ewo second day takrade, but Doc Unim said finally answer now bekono. There are over 300,000 delegates in this election.
Yes, sir.
And you have to make sure that you touch base with all of them
on the way
across the country.
On the way.
Obeko baby.
Make sure when you say no makasa no makache on say minuanum. Ufre krase asempa na ye. Aha na mbesi school ma wo no. Na okay school si ma no say ai. Me ko je tokoya akobudwa wo school ne no say je tokoya so mo hundan no. Na me ko aza yellow croba ye hia ho makasa azafo samoka Dr. Duchum. Ne ye ko Karaga makase monhwe STEM University a yebesi akoduru tepa maka kire say monhwe de ye wo ha me koduru nyina hina maka kire wo mu kro constituency bia Dr. Duchum sa no anjuma wo ho no be hu say abrantie pani eyo bia wo twene ye ho na wo ye bibia ya nye ni sa da say obetimi aye de ka no da ye ka akosi say evidence based communication mitumra
na wa kire
no makase me de nya kasa ko ne e wo mani so ni ma ye bi na esi de onim to ne adini gina twene ne ati mo fa me ngusa anko gina se ekwan bi aso se ne manche ka we ka minuano de me ka kire mo na se busa osofu busa o imam busa nkrofo a wono mo eye adwuma se mo de mo nkan ye delegate se mi ho na me delegate kodwo manu hwan am de ne ba mo ani beje no
that should be the big question. A delegate be Musa obia Musa na unhu se Dr. Duchum seven previous and amanyosem no enya majosem edidi nkrofotem. Yes,
me de maniso adi hunu na me be kire mano entia obia asabre ogire mu so no so peso be mampani emfa so ni so de minim ena meka de nyame afa me afri koko asini abrantie koti koko ne ye de akogu aboye ne akoburu ne buru wi a yetu akogu paso ne yekofuo mu akasa ba kontra koko no ho ne sensu oto a wakata so koduru bra mewie middle school common entrance na 40 cedis ebi ni ho menu akoton ne preko na mtime koye sa abrantie we nyame abo akoduru abroche me bruni twam prose ma obeye dwuma ma me nese menya message da bi men translate now do busa am say would you consider coming back to Ghana to help me change the education as one me catch them papa be so ni be free nyame ye ma no dem ba o share mani munyam so from pennyfo adaroma cause nyamche pennyfo bebrebe bompa ye mami kase doctor ebeye se nyame de me abedru baby o de me abedru na se me ba me de ahobrase ebesere delegates ahobrase na desrewo.
Very well. We said Dr. Educhum is the best candidate for the NPP with his mindset, experience, and humility. I met him personally in Worcester in July, and I was inspired and touched by his knowledge and expertise. God bless you, Doc, and I know the honorable delegate of the NPP will elect you as their candidate. Francis, a.k.a. Cochito, Worcester, Massachusetts, and or the way up praying. That's papa. We say Obi. I am a Baumia fan, but this nobleman, Educhum, has changed my mind. Look for a country to develop. Okay, so for a country to develop, it's through education. And I know why, because I live in Denmark. This country called Denmark does not have anything but through education. This country is one of the best countries in the world. Mr. President, it's all the way from Denmark. Into one convert. We say okay. Very well. This one says the man Educhum is making a lot of recoveries and revelations that will transform Ghana. But that's his vision for Ghana. But I tell you, the human beings he's going to work with may kill his vision. It's the African syndrome. Joe, ewo tema. Joe dia or diaba. No. This one says, and loads of your messages. I mean, we may not be able to read all of them. Let me see. We say, Dr. Educhum is a visionary leader, but my key concern is how he would help Ghana retain its brightest student, who often leave to build the West instead of contributing locally. Key questions: what strategies does he have to reduce brain drain? How will he create incentives for graduates to stay and work in Ghana? What plans link education directly to local industries and job creation? How will he promote innovation, research, and entrepreneurship in Ghana? What role does the diaspora play in his vision for national development? How can patriotism and national service be strengthened among students? How will he ensure continuity of these policies beyond political transitions? Collins Mafu, Ewo Atlanta, Georgia, in the US of A. Obi, listening to Dr. Educhum, he is a visionary leader, but even more than that, Chris Latte, columnist, Abna Bewa, Delhi statesman, and Onodiwe Abba. Oh, Chris, thank you. Former editor of the Chronicle newspaper. Wow. Currently, a columnist, a Delhi statesman, and Onodiwe Abba. Edase, Papa. Quite a number of messages. Wesa Obi, I love Dr. Educhum, and I think he will be the best candidate. Please tell him I really want to talk to him about something. I'm a delegate from Ablekuma North constituency, or the official number Akahon Ewaha, and we'll get that across to you. Na Afe, Obi, I suggest Dr. Educhum is a man of great vision. Ghana needs such a visionary person. Doc, Edi agenda here. Messages that doesn't maybe your concluding comment now. Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Obi, that's a pa Ablekuma of a bedroom number. No?
Sure.
Now, Collins Mafu, I imagine a number.
Okay.
I seem said the actual policy, you know, no so I can once or policy prescriptions. Wait a minute, call New York, and I'm in a chapter chair of MPP for Nishi. And no be Busa question me to Busa when I say, I question Busa me who answer. The role of the diaspora is going to be key. You cannot talk about Indian transformation without the diaspora.
The Indian diaspora.
Oh yes, Chinese diaspora. And that synergy between the diaspora and here, that's where I am now.
Sure.
Send that synergy. They me go who here, me here, and I say, me back and me Ghana education. I was high, me for Ghana knowledge, and the could change America for. Congress award none of the man. The entire mama award no about 2 months ago, no, and they said with the Otamusa. Minya akwanya se me school no. And the South American for no. And kwala no ko school a the omo dwen ho an high school graduation. Or he so be university. Because no we high school benya adwuma. Enti ye wo course sa head aye ama wo mo pese we high school a wonko biem. Any all course I had I am a woman pese we are Obeko University or so pass Harvard or Beko University at Dantamo and Omeko University of the same high school. In Tiakran here made a menko University be a mammy easy subject be a made a mejuma. No I na a cobasano. Now we share a before any Latino for no more. Kakre be Netimiko University. Because Castle Beko Crown, I just call community kind of repeat high school no ho. To me, your school na Macassa Derby. Because I'm a train content. I could have how I've been pounds or Banaka said, next year I remember my class in Bium and contact me here now 1 year pet. Many into me call. We have claims one quite be obit me ako Harvard. International higher education system, AD Omunya. Into me, I proposal for the first time, say, Ube school honma, yeah, that choice no. Ube prepare for the highest level. We na so mfanko baby omkra wadwe mo bie. The ope bi afakoye. Tuba yen school, we are the first school in California. You require say akole bia be physics, chemistry, biology and elective maths. The entire am dey say nim dey na me hu Ghana. Ghana dey obi a prepare for university. Yeah. Me call hono ne be 10% penetimi ko. Timi me creative school me the Ghana idea. And of course, you be prepare for university. And Saturday, na nkwala no school. American for nkwala Saturday no more. Na bo Patrick wo because na nkwala mo say uniform. Also call public school American say uniform. But me ho dey no mo say uniform. And am kind Saturday there no uniform. Obi an entire be chire. And every Friday be answer my certificate for student of the week. In mathematics, in physics, everything. Before I knew, na nkwala wo no na enka just about 20%. And it me call 4-year universities no near they are call 82%. Wow. Enti me hwe almost system no so am ba Ghana. And I say Ghana so deficiencies e wo muni. E ho no so omo yes term. Aha yenye bi. Enti sa dey high school we call preseka ubeye engineering. Ubeye biomedical science. And yes I creative arts eba high school American schools no wo ye a requirement so also ko university there. Yes, I will have visual or performing arts. A requirement for 2 years. And yes, I wouldn't mean 12 university be involved. And Tijuana, I'm also the has say visual and performing arts. We have to performing arts. It's a high school. Na other than visual they but performing the Oko University and ya Oko pe administration wenya into Oko performing arts. No. Those who are talented in the creative industry should have a path in high school as their pathway. And don't say me the American name Ebaha. Me fam a house there edikoho. Me kosu bi ka ho e de name asronko Ebaha. And they no can brain drain. Eya de a eye asem. Na emum esase yere ho na e bi enwum. Wo hwe obi sit down ten e wa ha cost be 20 million. Top building 30 million. Who are the building inspectors? On one is down or inspecting them. Sadano, SNKB 30 engineers and architects are working there and getting good pay. But we haven't created the opportunity for them to get a job. We bet me I created 10,000 building inspectors job opportunity. I'm a private company and no one now a certain percentage of the money my government. Now onya rigorous regime won't me encut a corner say one ko inspect natural report video cams so hon we inspecting in video cam no and to be has here obehu say you went to this building this day and you did the inspection. Then the company had to carry an insurance if that building collapses. It's on you. We cannot be in a situation where we have compromised public safety. We have reduced job opportunities for our graduates. So it's a lose-lose proposition. It has to be a win-win proposition. So because of public safety, that building we can assure say is good. But beyond that, we've created jobs for people and they are going to pay income taxes, bring government more revenue. and they are professionally trained. So that's why I say we're going to look at age-old problems with a new set of eyes. Am I who say, sadly, we can't keep me a boy. We're going to be a critical thinking government. We're going to have to do more than we've ever done. And by the grace of God, Ghana will be the kind of Ghana we all want to see. Also, because Ghana, mayor's term programs, I across them academy. Every other day, 12 minutes, I'm there. The workers were working around the clock. The contractor knew I was coming. They kept the people going. Ghana cannot be a basket case. Say bibi enye ye. Nyame ama ye nyansa wa ma oman Ghana asumdwe mu etimo se masumdwe no koso na amamuo no ye mane ye fe na ye kama na asumdwe wo man mu a empuntuo no ebeba. Ni betu ohiase etese 1965 Lyndon Johnson eka say he's going to wage war against poverty in America because half of the nation, the South US, was poor. So he declared officially war against poverty. And he got rid of poverty. China has done it. We can.
Ghana can also do it. That's it, doc. That's it, papa. Yes, sir. Makion Yame. Aho demo. Say on count on phone call. Him say ekono edin ba Bible say to me ye be to me one. In the Australian Yamin we wish you very, very well, Doc. Yamin Shra. Yeah, that's it. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, or ye NPP presidential aspirant, and Motin Ahanti, yes, Ablikuma North guy, no. Okay. I mean, for number, no, just I am twice. Ekosiisen Assafuah FM. Ma Yanamunina Asinti. Yaguswa Trojumedian, so Argentina, you can still come through with your messages. But on the 13th of September 2025, Assafuah FM Walk with the Stars. Yade Bremo, din. A half day of wellness, networking, and fun with your favorite Assafuah FM presenters, Adum FM presenters, Adum TV presenters, sports stars, political, that's politicians, entertainment guys, comedy for movie stars, 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. At the forecourt of multimedia group near Nante, ATTC Park, Accra Technical Training College Park. And they're just 5-kilometer walk or even less. Well, in the end, now you could share aerobics, there will be board games, health screening, many fun activities to win prizes. You better see a healthy food court just to satisfy your hunger. Assafuah FM Walk with the Stars. Mark the date. A Saturday, 13th September. Napa walking gear. Your sweat headband, walking partners, only one enkasa, or family members, or nam for Mama Yenina it's a family thing. They are Assafuah FM family. Yenina Baby Boom ne Nante. They are Assafuah FM Walk with the Stars, bringing health to the family. It's proudly sponsored by Ayuda App Bakon Services Bebre, Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Fie, Midima for Herbal Clinic, or Yaresafo, or Yarefo Udimafo ne ehwa. Inti or Yarefo Udimafo ne hwa. Midima for Herbal Clinic, Omu Brutal, Angel Rock Mixer, Obotentim, and a Sinomi Instant Noodles. Try it, love it. Syntax Tank and so say Winyan Tor would the me pacho. Syntax Tank ene Ghana for Ajia Tum Papa. Na unim se omo ye free water giveaway 15 communities on person omo munsio Syntax Tank ena eye. Na omo se opese o community ye select ne ye koma munsio a me pacho uko any of their social media handles. Now I nominate you community as many times as possible. And then you stand a better chance of we coming to your community. Kaisa is Syntax, SINTAX. TEX. Any tank be an tank. Correct tank ne de a syntax tank. Syntax tank a strong a tough in moma yinina yen shannon so. MNC Logistics Limited say any mo say mobile mo business. And I say business ni bi dada but opese wo revamp wo shemo kena. Your logistics partner is here to supply all your procurement, import and export needs. You procure general goods, product, equipment, bibia opese unya de shewe dwumanim kene bia no, you be procure unye ska nkwa bruche wo ye be kwa koto e de abrel at very competitive rate from across the globe. It will be in optimal condition. It is our opese ye kraw nioma ne ye kofa ye koto nioma ne de brel wo Ghana ha fraying was 0302 551 918 0302 551 918. MNC Logistics guaranteed satisfaction. My main car was say no apart from say Dr. Educhum eco filing the nomination earlier now Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so akwa file ne dear from the camp of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ekosiisen men will join us in studio and check na fe yenu no so etumi edi enkomo one of the aides to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ekosiisen men will be joining us in a moment. You don't want to miss that interview as well. There is also something trending on social media from notably from the Canada-Japan camp. Or more complaint and it's a wisha and Dr. Baumia filing a nomination no na almost streaming Jumediano on many platforms, including Dr. Baumia campaign platform, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Kasa page on social media. But almost the NPP, New Patriotic Party, Development in Freedom, sa official NPP page, and so no, over 500,000 likes and followers. Sa page needs to a party Nankasa official page, no, almost streaming Dr. Baumia event, no. No more complaint, they say, Ken Echo filing the mainstreaming. A friend is saying, Dr. Brian Tampo filing the mainstreaming. My name said, "Duchum you must streaming." I didn't know about me uncle must streaming. Concerns are more erasing. After this short break, ye be kwani akwa kudi home komo. Na fi any cozy. Akosua men nso akasa. Stay with us here, basis here.
This BB Niger season 10, no filters, no scripts, no holding back, because it's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, 10 times the game. Pay your subscription today and catch all the drama, fights, and more in BB Niger season.
Assafuah FM. Ekosiisen. Assafuah FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba. Ekosiisen. Assafuah FM. Ekosiisen. Assafuah FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba. Ekosiisen. Assafuah FM. Ekosiisen. Assafuah FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oriwa Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen. Asempa FM. Ekosiisen. Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 aso nyinaa tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Oribo Ekosiisen Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assempa FM. Ekosiisen Assempa FM.
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba! Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie.
Arriba Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Assafuah FM Ekosiisen Assafuah FM
Ekosiisen Assafuah 94.7 Asunyine tie. Oribo
Ekosiisen Assafuah